at getting a lead in the Rishabh Pant accident case. Sources have told Republic TV that a team of the NHAI on Tuesday once again visited the accident site. The National Highway Authority of India officials have said that no potholes were found at the accident site, and even patchwork was not done. They have now in their report seemed to suggest that a pothole was not the reason for the accident, and that left the cricketer Rishabh Pant wounded. A quick update on his health as well. Of course, he's now out of the ICU, but the extent of his injuries on his knee and toe as well as ankle are being still looked upon. Harsha is joining us live from New Delhi on this. Harsha, tell us more about what the National Highway Authority of India has said about this.
Exactly. Now we are gathering from our official sources from the NHI is that on the accident crash site, the multiple teams from the Road Safety Department from the Save Life Foundation and the ARTO Department of Uttarakhand visited. And on Tuesday as well, NHI officials were on the spot, and we have got to know that the officials at the inspection site has clearly stated that there are no potholes on the NH58, the national highway that goes from Delhi to Uttarakhand. As well, there are not any patchwork that were torn or that had to be repaired. No long patchwork were there at the time when Rishabh Pant's accident happened. In fact, the very place where the pile of sand is there, exactly, there's no pothole. This is what NHI officials have quoted. Let me also tell you the detailed report which will be submitted by Save Life Foundation and Road Safety Team in the Commission and in the National Highway Authority of India. The report is to be submitted in this week only, and in that detailed report finally it will come what were the clear reasons of the accident of Rishabh Pant's car. But till now what NHI has said that there are no potholes, there are no long patchwork, potholes is not responsible. It is not because of the pothole that Rishabh Pant's car met an accident at that very place. And about the health condition of Rishabh Pant is right now stable. He's talking, he's meeting his fans and friends, and we're also getting to know that he soon could be shifted from Max Hospital Dehradun to Mumbai. The talks regarding his shifting is with the hospital administration, with the families, and BCCI is already doing. Nupur, back to you.
All right, Harsha, thank you very much for joining us with those details. So as Harsha is pointing out, the NHI has come out with a statement where they say that there was no pothole in the road where Rishabh Pant met with an accident, and a quick update on his health as well. We now know that there are talks on for him to be shifted back to Mumbai.
Broken out in the Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir against the civilian killings by the terrorists in the Rajouri district's Dhangri, wherein the terrorist barged in 4 houses, killing the 4 people on 1st of January, followed by an ID blast that has taken place in the first house that was attacked by the terrorists on 1st of January, and that has taken 2 lives of the miners, after which the protests have broken out. Yesterday there was a complete Band call was given in the Kishtwar and the Doda district, and today the Band call has been given in the Poonch district, wherein protests have begun. The Jammu and Kashmir Bar Association in Jammu has also given a Band call, and the courts will remain shut in the Jammu region against the civilian killings by the terrorists. The people are saying that there needs to be action against the Pakistan, another surgical strike and a foolproof solution for the Pakistan problem that is trying to destabilize Jammu and Kashmir and targeting the minorities. With Sarjeevan Kumar, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
You are watching Republic TV. On the other side, Biplab Dev speaks to Republic, blames left cadres for the attack on his ancestral home. And second day in a row, stones are pelted at the Vande Bharat Express in West Bengal.
A lot of people saying that it's time to give justice to the Delhi hit and run victim. If you can see the visuals right now, these protesters just passed through the Sultanpuri police station. Their police presence is all here as well. The security has tightened up over here as these protesters are moving ahead on this road. Big questions being raised about why was there not enough police presence, safety of women coming out. They're saying capital punishment for the people involved, the 5 accused. who are in police custody. The security has tightened up over here as these protesters are moving. We are reporting live from Sultanpuri, and as the final rites of the victim are happening as we speak, anger in the streets of Delhi continues.
Now the Indian Army has taken the custody of the shell, and in fact they have taken this shell to a safer place where they can destroy it without any intervention of the civilian. This is the place, and this was the drum in which it was placed from this very much location to the approaching road. That is the reason Indian Army bomb squad team has lifted this shell from this very much place to defuse it in a controlled explosion. Indian Army has arrived at the spot where the alive bombshell was recovered in Chandigarh, and in few meters away from Punjab Chief Minister's residence as well as Haryana Chief Minister's residence. You can see beyond the sandbags the alive bombshell was being verified. Indian Army is doing a detailed investigation into this, and later this will be diffused with a controlled explosion.
These are the heart-wrenching visuals that are coming from the Dangri village of Rajouri, where 6 mortal remains are leaving from the Dangri village.
A look now at the top news stories this morning. Jain community members have staged a protest in Mumbai against the Jharkhand government's decision to declare Sri Samet Shikharji a tourist place. Protests have broken out across the country, and they have protesters have demanded the revocation of the decision. The Supreme Court has agreed to hear on Thursday a matter related to the eviction of about 5,000 people from Haldwani, allegedly from railway land. The plea for the urgent hearing was made by the advocate Prashant Bhushan. A day after the former Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Dev's ancestral home was attacked by unidentified mob, Biplab Dev spoke to Republic TV. Dev has blamed left cadres for the attack that took place a day ahead of his father's death anniversary.
ये जो स्थिति है, कम्युनिस्ट ने बार-बार ही पूरे देश में ऐसा कोशिश करते हैं कि विशेष संप्रदाय के लोगों को उकसा के राजनीति करना चाहते हैं, और ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यजनकपूर्ण है.
As protests erupted in Jammu and Kashmir, protesters in Poonch raised anti-Pakistan slogans and burnt effigies demanding another surgical strike. Protests took place a day after a bandh was observed in Poonch and Kishtwar districts in connection with the twin attacks that took place in Rajouri, in which 6 people lost their lives. Republic TV has spoken to a man who saved the lives of civilians on the day of the attack. Balkrishna was in the village defence guard member, fired at the terrorists when the third house was attacked in the Dhangri village. After he fired 2 rounds at terrorists escaped from the village.
सर डर लगा था, लेकिन उस टाइम मुझे यही सोच रहा था कि मेरा पूरा गांव उन्होंने घेरा हुआ है, कि इसलिए मुझे जल्द से जल्द इनको बचाना है. तब मैंने बाहर निकल कर अपनी हिम्मत नहीं हारी, क्योंकि मुझे ऐसे लग रहा था कि बचना तो मरना तो रब के हाथ में है. अब निकलूंगा तो तब ये बचेंगे. तब मैंने फायरिंग की, तब वो भागे, तो उस कारण ये थोड़ा सा गांव बचा, नहीं तो उनको 30-40 घर ऐसे ही उनको मार के घर जाना था.
2 functionaries of the DMK have been arrested for allegedly harassing a lady constable during a party event over the weekend in Chennai. The arrest came hours after they were suspended from the party. The arrest and the suspension came after the opposition parties questioned authorities claiming inaction. In another ghastly incident that has been captured on CCTV, a man was seen stabbing a girl multiple times in broad daylight in the national capital. Both had a verbal brawl which took an extremely violent turn, with the man stabbing the woman. IT professional Shobna lost her life after she was run over by a lorry in Tamil Nadu. Shobna lost her control over while she was driving as a bike skid when she was driving on a road full of potholes. After she fell, she was run over by a lorry that came from behind. Shobna was dropping her younger brother to school when the accident took place. While Shobna died on the spot, her brother sustained injuries. And IT sleuths are raiding a company related to Excel Group in the Gachibowli area, Chandanagar and Bachupalli area of Telangana. Around 20 teams involved in the raids have been conducting these operations. And coming up next, it's the second day in a row where stones have been pelted on the Vande Bharat Express in West Bengal. And an IT professional is run over by a lorry in yet another incident of shocking apathy.
Indian Army has arrived at the spot where the alive bombshell was recovered in Chandigarh and few meters away from Punjab Chief Minister's residence as well as Haryana Chief Minister's residence. You can see beyond the sandbags the alive bombshell was being verified. Indian Army is doing a detailed investigation into this and later this will be diffused with a controlled explosion.
These are the heart-wrenching visuals that are coming from the Dangri village of Rajouri, where 6 mortal remains are leaving from the Dangri village. 6 people, including the 2 miners who have been brutally killed by the terrorists, and they are now being taken to the crematorium for the final rites. This is really a heart-wrenching moment.
A lot of people saying that it's time to give justice to the Delhi hit and run victim. If you can see the visuals right now, these protesters just passed through the Sultanpuri police station. Their police presence is all here as well. The security has tightened up over here as these protesters are moving ahead on this road. Big questions being raised about why was there not enough police presence, safety of women coming out. They're saying capital punishment for the people involved, the 5 accused who are in police custody. The security has tightened up over here as these protesters are moving. We are reporting live from Sultanpuri. And as the final rites of the victim are happening as we speak, anger in the streets of Delhi continues.
Now the Indian Army has taken the custody of the shell, and in fact they have taken this shell to a safer place where they can destroy it without any intervention of the civilian. This is the place, and this was the drum in which it was placed from this very much location to the approaching road. That is the reason Indian Army bomb squad team has lifted this shell from this very much place to defuse it in a controlled.
Let me ask you tonight, which language do you speak? How many languages do you speak? I speak Hindi, Assamese, Bengali, English. I can understand Marathi, I can comprehend spoken Gujarati, Bhojpuri, and I can understand at least half a dozen other dialects. And that is my upbringing. I'm sure that many of you speak as many and understand many more languages and dialects. And this is what makes us uniquely Indian. This characteristic is not common in many parts of the world. When we launched Republic, I spoke a bit of Kannada at a pre-launch youth event in Bengaluru. And Republic's first marketing campaign, viewers, was in Tamil in Chennai. Where else in the world do we have this richness, this unique diversity? Where else, viewers? And so, please don't stay a distant observer in this language political fight. You must say, we are #United by Language. Let us make #United by Language trend tonight and for a long time. Because it is the only way that the politicians in this country, across this country, will know that they can never beat us.
Welcome back. You're watching Live and Breaking. Now, a 72-year-old Jain monk who was on a fast against the Jharkhand government's decision to declare Sri Samet Shikharji as a tourist place has died in Jaipur. Now, the police said that after participating in a peace march in Jaipur against the decision, Sugay Sagar Maharaj sat on a fast at the Sanghaji temple in the Sanganer area of the city. The priest was a native of the village of Banswara district in Rajasthan. He was on a vrat and had not eaten anything since the 25th of December. He passed away in the morning and the funeral was conducted at noon. The SHO of the Malpura Gate station, Satish Chand, has said that the state government has said that he died after fasting. Now, just to tell our viewers that There have been protests that have been ongoing for the past 2 weeks now. Shri Samej Shikharji is a Jain pilgrimage site that's located in the Parasnath Hills in Jharkhand. The state government has decided to turn into a tourist attraction, which has irked the community. They're concerned that the decision will jeopardize the sacred nature of this place. So as you can see on your screens, pictures of protests that have broken out in various parts of the country, including Mumbai, of course. And Sandeep is reporting for us from the site of the protests in Mumbai. Sandeep, there is considerable anger amongst these Jain protesters who now want the government to essentially revoke the notification that was issued. All right, so that's a very poor audio connection that we have with Sandeep over there. But just to recap the story for our viewers, protests like this one have broken out for about the past 2 weeks now in various parts of the country. These protesters, of course, are demanding the revocation of a notification that has been issued by the Jharkhand government, overturning the sacred site of the Jains into a tourist destination. Now, the Jain community, of course, feels that this sacred site will be ruined if it is turned into a tourist destination.
देखिए सरकार फैसला वापस लेगी.
Punjab origin kabaddi coach was shot dead in Philippines, Manila city, and in fact this incident reported when he was returning back from his work, and in fact by some unidentified people he was shot dead at the spot. And basically Gurpreet Singh was the deceased that has been identified, and he is the native of Nihal Singh Wala village in Punjab's Moga, and in fact now his family member is demanding that his mortal remains should be repatriated so that the last rites can be performed at the native place. Basically, Gurpreet Singh was a renowned kabaddi player, and in fact he was shifted his base couple of years back to Philippines to earn his livelihood, and even he was also giving the coaching of kabaddi, and though he was surviving his own business also, but now he has been shot dead, and in fact his family is demanding justice and asking the Indian government to brought his mortal remains back to the native place so that last rites can be performed.
ये जो स्थिति है, कम्युनिस्ट ने बार बार ही पूरे देश में ऐसा कोशिश करते हैं कि विशेष संप्रदाय के लोगों को उकसा के राजनीति करना चाहते हैं, और ये बहुत दुर्भाग्यजनकपूर्ण है.
And it is the second day in a row where stones have been pelted at the Vande Bharat Express in West Bengal.
Questions being raised about why was there not enough police presence, safety of women coming out. They say capital punishment for the people involved, the 5 accused who are in police custody. The security has tightened up over here as these protesters are moving. We are reporting live from Sultanpuri, and as the final rites of the victim are happening as we speak, anger in the streets of Delhi continues.
Now the Indian Army has taken the custody of the shell, and in fact they have taken this shell to a safer place where they can destroy it without any intervention of the civilian. This is the place, and this was the drum in which it was placed from this very much location to the approaching road. That is the reason Indian Army bomb squad team has lifted this shell from this very much place to defuse it in a controlled explosion. Indian Army has arrived at the spot where the alive bombshell was recovered in Chandigarh, and in few meters away from Punjab Chief Minister's residence as well as Haryana Chief Minister's residence. You can see beyond the sandbags the alive bombshell was being verified. Indian Army is doing a detailed investigation into this, and later this will be defused with a controlled explosion.
These are the heart-wrenching visuals that are coming from the Dangri village of Rajouri, where 6 mortal remains are leaving from the Dangri village. 6 people, including the 2 minors who have been brutally killed by the terrorists, and they are now being taken to the crematorium for the final rites. This is really a heart-wrenching moment.
A lot of people saying that it's time to give justice to the Delhi hit and run.
Viewers, the entire ecosystem and the entire Kabba came together to somehow bury the SSR case and the Disha Salian investigation, because they either had clarity or they had a clear inkling that the real rot will come out if the 2 cases are really investigated. Now, viewers, of the many cases I have covered and led over the years in my career, the most nervous and desperate reaction was in these 2 cases, the Disha Salian case and the SSR case. They went after Republic, filed the false TRP cases on us, which turned out to be bogus. They got me and my colleagues interrogated, then arrested, then put in jail. Then for about 1 year, that ecosystem went after us like mad, like they'd gone completely crazy, in fact out of control with fear. And I always said the truth will break the door open. You're watching me tonight because you know that whether over the years you've agreed or disagreed with me on issues of the debate, you also know that the only channel that follows up, investigates, never gives up is Republic. And viewers, I have faith in that unswerving belief that the truth has to come out in this case. Tonight you roar again and trend #Nation for SSR and tell the ecosystem that they must start trembling again in the knowledge that the pure pursuit of the truth can be stopped neither by people like Vazia and Parambir nor political masters. Let's debate.
Questions being raised about why was there not enough police presence, safety of women coming out. They're saying capital punishment for the people involved, the 5 accused who are in police custody. The security has tightened up over here as these protesters are moving. We are reporting live from Sultanpuri, and as the final rites of the victim are happening as we speak, anger in the streets of Delhi continues. Saying that it's time to give justice to the Delhi hit and run victim. If you can see the visuals right now, these protesters just passed through the Sultanpuri police station. Their police presence is all here as well. The security has tightened up over here as these protesters are moving ahead on this road.
The headlines at 12 noon, day ahead of his father's death anniversary, the ancestral home of Biplab Dev is set on fire.
ये जो स्थिति है, कम्युनिस्ट ने बार-बार ही पूरे देश में ऐसा कोशिश करते हैं, विशेष संप्रदाय के लोगों को उकसा के राजनीति करना चाहते हैं, और ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यजनक है.
Biplab Dev speaks to Republic TV, blames left cadres for the attack on his ancestral home. For the second day in a row, stones are pelted at the Vande Bharat Express in West Bengal. The BJP questions why no action has been taken after the first attack. The TMC says don't politicize it. A young IT professional is run over by a lorry in yet another accident of shocking apathy. The company alleges a cover-up. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for staying with us on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. You're with Live and Breaking. Now, the BJP has hit out at the Mamata Banerjee-led government. This comes after the second time in 2 days that the Vande Bharat Express was attacked by miscreants. Now, stones were pelted at the train in the Howrah-New Jalpaiguri route on Tuesday. Now, the incident took place when the train was arriving at the NJP, that is the New Jalpaiguri yard. The first such incident was reported on Monday in Malda. Pictures on your screen, of course, are of this attack that took place.
সেমি বুলেট ট্রেন আমরা তৈরি করেছি, লক্ষ লক্ষ কোটি টাকা খরচা করে বুলেট ট্রেন করার মতো আমাদের এখনও পরিস্থিতি নেই, তার জন্য এক্সপেরিমেন্ট চলছে। কিন্তু আমাদের ইঞ্জিনিয়াররাও পারেন, সেটাও করে দেখিয়েছেন ওরা, আর সেটা নেওয়ার জন্য আমাদের জনতা বোধের প্রস্তুত নাই। এই ধরনের মানসিকতা নিয়ে একবিংশ শতাব্দীতে কতদিন থাকা সম্ভব বা দুনিয়ার সঙ্গে তাল মিলিয়ে আদৌ এগোনো সম্ভব কিনা এই প্রশ্ন উঠেছে। কিছু লোকের মাথা খারাপ লোক, যাদেরকে কেউ না কেউ উৎসাহ দিচ্ছে, তারা এই ধরনের করে বেড়াচ্ছে এবং আমাদেরকে বদনাম করছে। আমাদের রাজ্য সরকার এদের বিরুদ্ধে স্টেপ নেওয়া দরকার।
All right, so pictures on your screen are of this attack that took place on the Vande Bharat Express train. Now, this is the second consecutive attack that we've seen on the train take place. Now, the first one, of course, was reported from Malda. The second one that took place yesterday has been reported from New Jalpaiguri. We are also given to understand that the police are investigating this case. But the question that's being raised by the BJP, of course, is that why has this not been acted upon by the state government after the first attack? I think Kishale is going to be, Kishale is joining us from the Bangla newsroom. Now, Kishale, even as politics is broken out between the BJP and the TMC at this, the fact is that this is something that needs to be investigated because, passengers' lives could be at risk, because in the first such attack, there were actually a large number of passengers who were inside the train when it happened.
Exactly, Nupur. As you have rightly said that the passengers, we have spoken to the passengers as well. Politics is at one hand going on about this, but what about the passengers who were inside the train when this incident happened, especially when the first incident came into fray? We saw that how the passengers were afraid, they were scared because that stone could have well hit one of them after breaking the glass window or glass door. That's what they were saying. We reached the station, we spoke to some passengers and they were all scared, afraid. They said that even if it's politics, keep your politics with you, with all the political parties, they were saying, but do not
all right,
do not do
I'll have to interrupt you there, Kishale, but we'll come back to you. We're going to go across to a live news briefing that's taking place.
தமிழகத்தை பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் 3 நான்கு முக்கியமான விஷயங்களை உங்களுடைய கவனத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவது எங்களுடைய கடமையாக இருக்கிறது. மிக முக்கியமாக ஒரு 2-3 நாட்களுக்கு முன்பு சென்னை விருகம்பாக்கத்தில் திமுகவினுடைய மூத்த தலைவர் அக்கா கனிமொழி அவர்கள் பங்கேற்ற அந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில் திமுக இளைஞரணியை சார்ந்த 2 நபர்கள் காவல்துறை பணியில் அங்கிருந்த ஒரு பெண் காவலரிடம் தகராறு நடந்திருக்கின்றார்கள் என்று நமக்கு தெரியும். அது நடந்து கூட 2 நாட்களாகியும் கூட முதல் தகவல் அறிக்கை FIR கூட நம்முடைய காவல்துறை அவங்க பதிவு பண்ணல. இது பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சி எல்லாம் பேசி பெரிய ஒரு போராட்டத்திற்கே கிட்டத்தட்ட போக வேண்டிய சூழ்நிலை வந்துதான் நேற்று இரவு ஒரு FIR ஃபைல் பண்ணி அந்த 2 நபர்களை காவல்துறை கைது செய்திருக்கின்றார். இது தமிழகத்தில் எந்த அளவிற்கு சட்டம் ஒழுங்கு கெட்டிருக்கிறது, பெண்களுக்கு பாதுகாப்பு இல்லை என்பது மிக தெளிவாக தெரிகிறது. அப்ப 2 நாட்களாக FIR போடாம 2 நாட்கள் கழித்து நள்ளிரவில் FIR போட்டு கட்சியை விட்டு நீக்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னா காவல்துறையின் மீது நிர்பந்தம் இருந்ததா? அந்த நிகழ்ச்சி நடந்து அங்கேயே காவல்துறை கைது செய்ய செல்லும் பொழுது அந்த தொண்டர்கள்லாம் காவல்துறையை தடுத்து நிறுத்துறாங்க, கைது செய்ய அனுமதிக்கல. அங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய தலைவர்கள்லாம் வந்து தலையிட்டு தான் அந்த பிரச்சனையை சுமூகமா சண்டை போடாம வெளியே வந்தாங்க. 2 நாட்களா முதல் தகவல் அறிக்கை
Tamil Nadu BJP President MLA speaking about the harassment incident that took place for a lady police officer during a DMK event. He's speaking about how the police officers had their hands were tied because they were not able to take any action at the spot because of the DMK leaders present there.
48 மணி நேரம் அந்த 2 தவறு செய்த நபர்களை காவல்துறை காத்திருக்கிறதா அல்லது திமுகவினுடைய அமைச்சர்கள் முக்கியமான தலைவர்கள் அவர்கள் மீது நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கக்கூடாது என்று நிர்பந்தம் கொடுத்தாங்களா அப்படிங்கறத
He also questions about how 48 hours there was no proper FIR filed or any action taken. Even after a lot of media channels reporting it, he is also speaking about how if the police in Tamil Nadu's hands are really tied because of the DMK government's power.
இறையூர் கிராமத்துல தொடர்ந்து இந்த ஒரு மாத காலமாக பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். ஒரு பிரச்சனையை தாண்டி ஒரு பிரச்சனை, இரட்டை டம்ளர் முறை என்கின்ற பிரச்சனை. அதை தாண்டி கோவில்ல வந்து நம்முடைய எஸ்சி சகோதர சகோதரிகளுக்கு அனுமதி இல்லை என்ற பிரச்சனை. இப்ப வந்து ஒரு சமுதாய டேங்க்ல மனித மலத்தை வந்து கலந்திருக்காங்கன்னு ஒரு பிரச்சனை தொடர்ந்து கிட்டத்தட்ட 75
about the other issues that are taking place in the rural places of the state where things are getting unnoticed.
அது என்ன நிலைமையில் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறது புதுக்கோட்டையில் இருக்கக்கூடிய இறையூரே ஒரு சாட்சி. தொடர்ந்து ஒரே கிராமத்துல தொடர்ச்சியாக பிரச்சனைகள். போன வருஷம் தான் நாம பார்த்தோம், எங்கேயும் இல்லாத அளவுக்கு தமிழகத்துல தான் அதிகமான பஞ்சாயத்து தலைவர்கள், குறிப்பாக எஸ்சி சமுதாயத்திலிருந்து வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய பஞ்சாயத்து தலைவர்கள் கொடியேற்ற கூட முடியவில்லை என்று பார்த்தோம். இதெல்லாம் முதலமைச்சர் கவனத்தில் அமைதி பேச்சுவார்த்தை நடந்திருக்கா? இந்த குற்றத்தை செய்தவர் யாராக இருந்தாலும் கூட அவர்கள் மீது தனிப்படை போட்டு நடவடிக்கை எடுத்திருக்காங்களா அப்படிங்கிறது தமிழக மக்களுடைய கேள்வியா
இருக்கு. He is questioning about the kind of efforts or measures taken by the government in this Dravidian model government to make sure that these kind of caste discrimination issues does not happen in the different parts of the rural areas of the state.
கம்பல் பண்ணி ஃபோர்ஸ் பண்ணி அவருடைய வெறும் கைகளால அந்த கழிவு நீர் போற சாக்கடையை சுத்தம் பண்ண வச்சிருக்கார். அதை எம்எல்ஏ பார்த்து ரசித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றார் ஒரு திமுக எம்எல்ஏ. இவர் மீது உடனடியாக இந்த மேனுவல் ஸ்கேவெஞ்சர் ஆக்ட் 1993 வந்த சட்டத்தை உடனடியாக இந்த திமுக எம்எல்ஏ மீது காவல்துறை பதிவு செய்யணும். இல்ல இதையும் இதே போல காலம் தாழ்த்தி போராட்டம் எல்லாம் செஞ்சுதான் பதிவு செய்வாங்களான்னு தெரியல. இது ஒரு ஆண்டு காலம் கடுங்காவல் தண்டனை இருக்கு, இதுக்கு பெயில் இல்ல.
He is also mentioning about how a DMK MLA has been involved in such caste discrimination issues and how there has to be strict action taken upon him and how cases has to be booked against him, particularly under the Prevention of Atrocities Against SCSD Act.
பொது இடத்துல ஒரு சாதாரண சாமானிய மனிதனை வந்து அவமானப்படுத்தலாம், அவரை திட்டலாம், அவரை வந்து மக்கள் முன்னாடி இவரு வந்து ஹீரோவாக காண்பிப்பதற்காக வெறும் கைகளால சாக்கடையை சுத்தம் பண்ண வச்சிருக்கார். அவர் மீது உடனடியாக வன்கொடுமை தடுப்பு சட்டம் வரணும். உடனடியாக அந்த அபாலிஷன் ஆஃப் இந்த மேனுவல் ஸ்கேவெஞ்சர் ஆக்ட் 1993 அதை போட்டு இந்த எம்எல்ஏ எபனீசர் அவரை கைது பண்ணி ரிமாண்ட் பண்ணணும். இதை செஞ்சாருன்னா சமூக நீதியை நிலைநாட்டக்கூடிய எடுத்துக்கலாம். இதை செய்ய ஜாதி ஆதிக்கம் இருக்கக்கூடிய கட்சி தான் அது. புதுக்கோட்டையிலிருந்து ஒரு இடத்திலும் நமக்கு தெரிந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. முன்னாள் எம்பி திரு மஸ்தான் அவர்கள், அந்த மஸ்தான் அவர்கள் இறந்த பிறகு அந்த வீட்டிற்கு நம்முடைய முதலமைச்சர் அவர்கள் சென்று விட்டு வந்தார்கள். அதன் பிறகு அபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாருமே அந்த மஸ்தான் அவர்களுடைய காரை எல்லாம் போட்டோ மூலமாக அனுப்ப ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க. நானும் ஒரு காவல்துறை உயர் அதிகாரிக்கு அந்த போட்டோவை அனுப்பிச்சு வச்சேன். அந்த கார்ல பாருங்க ரத்த கரையெல்லாம் இருக்கு.
He now speaks about the former Rajya Sabha MP from the DMK party, Mastan's
சொல்லல. ஆனா நீங்கள் முறையாக நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கணும், எடுக்கவில்லை என்றால் நிச்சயமாக களத்தில் குதிப்போம் என்று ஒரு உயர் காவல்துறை அதிகாரி
spoken about this issue to a senior police officer.
கடைசியா பார்க்கும்போது திமுகவினுடைய முன்னாள் எம்பி
how it is not a natural death, rather it was a murder even before the police found it out.
அந்த தவறு செய்திருந்தாலும் கூட தைரியம் எங்கே இருந்து வந்தது? இது முதலமைச்சரை வேற போய் பார்த்துட்டு வந்திருக்காங்க. அதன் பின்பு அவங்களுடைய ஒய்ஃப் கம்பல் பண்ணி சண்டை போட்டு போஸ்ட்மார்ட்டம் நடந்த பிறகுதான் இதற்கு ஒரு முடிவு வந்திருக்கு. இதையும் நாம் பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். சட்ட ஒழுங்கு என்பது அப்படித்தான் இருக்கு தமிழ்நாடு முழுவதும்.
Law and order the situation in the state can be very well clearly seen how bad it is because the family members of a DMK leader are able to plan and execute a murder.
நேத்து தான் நம்ம பார்த்தோம் நம்முடைய ரால ரிசர்ச் அண்ட் அனாலிசிஸ் விங்ல இதற்கு முன்னாடி இருந்த ஒரு தலைவர், அவரோட நேத்து அந்த தலைவர் இப்பதான் ஒரு 6 மாசத்துக்கு முன்னாடி பாகிஸ்தான் ISI சீஃப் அவரோட சேர்ந்து ஒரு புத்தகம் எழுதியிருக்காங்க. அந்த ஏஎஸ் டவுலாட் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய அந்த ராவுனுடைய சீஃப் அந்த பாகிஸ்தான் ISI சீஃப் துரானியோடு இணைந்து ஒரு புக்கெல்லாம் எழுதியிருக்காங்க. அவர் மேல ஏகப்பட்ட கம்ப்ளைண்ட் இருக்கு. அதை போன்ற நபர்களோடு நடந்து போறாங்க. இதெல்லாம் நம்ம பாக்குறோம். அந்த துலாத் அவர்களுடைய பேச்சை வந்து இந்தியாவே 6 மாத காலமாக பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. பாகிஸ்தான் ISI பத்தி பேசினது, குறிப்பா நம்முடைய அட்டாக், கிராஸ் பார்டர் அட்டாக்கை இந்தியாவின் மீதே குற்றம் சுமத்தினது, அப்படிப்பட்ட நபர்களோடு சென்று கொண்டிருக்கின்றார்கள். இப்போ நாளைக்கு ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக காஷ்மீருக்குள்ளே ராகுல் காந்தி அவங்க போகிறாங்க. ராகுல் காந்தி அவர்களோடு திரு உமர் அப்துல்லா அவர்கள் ஆதரவு கொடுத்து நானும் போகிறேன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க.
All right, now we're going to cut across to pictures that we are just getting. They appear to be of the main witness in this case, Nidhi, who was traveling with a 20-year-old who lost her life. Now, it appears in these pictures that she arrived home at her residence after the incident took place. So, pictures on your screen have been accessed by Republic TV. This is from a CCTV of the area where the main witness in this case, Nidhi, stays. Do remember that Nidhi, of course, gave a testimony to the police yesterday, and in that testimony, she appears to have said that the 20-year-old was actually in an inebriated state and decided still to drive on the scooter. She was hit by this car. And thereafter, she said that Nidhi herself has said that she got extremely scared and she ran away from the spot. Now, in this picture, she does appear to be coming back running to her home and is seen to be waiting outside the doorstep while someone opens the door for her. These are pictures that we have just accessed from the CCTV that is located near her home. So as I was saying, it does appear that she runs towards her home, towards the door, and does appear in these pictures at least to be very anxiously waiting for someone to open the door. So this is Anjali's friend who was with her when this particular accident took place. Now, do remember that Nidhi, of course, has said that Anjali decided to drive the scooter despite the fact that she was clearly inebriated. Let me go across to Tanisha, who has more details in this. Now, Tanisha, in these pictures, it does appear that she runs back to her residence. And you know, if we just go by the body language over there, she does appear to be quite anxious.
Right, but there's total chaos here outside the victim's residence, because in just some moments from now, Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia is yet to arrive here. He'll be here in another 5-10 minutes. As you can see here, there's massive police deployment at the residence. Nobody is allowed to go. The gates have been shut, and it is said that Manish Sisodia will meet the victim's family, especially her mother. This is what we are getting to know, because remember, it is since last evening that it was that reports were claiming that Manish Sisodia, along with Arvind Kejriwal, will be visiting the victim's house, and today the same has been confirmed, because in just some moments from now, Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia will be at the residence. As you can see here, there's massive police deployment at the spot. The gates that leads to the house have been shut. There's nobody allowed except for the family members. Right now inside we just have family members and the bodyguards who have been there inside, and soon after he visits the victim's family is when he's likely to make some announcements, is what we are getting to know here. If we talk about the CCTV that you're seeing on your screens, it is on the night when the accident had happened, and that is the CCTV that you see on your screen, where her friend Nidhi, she, after the accident, as she has been claiming that she fell on the other side, and soon after the accident happened, she rushed, she fled to her home, and that is the actual CCTV footage that we're getting for you, where it can be seen that she is panicking, she is in a petrified mood. Her sense, the CCTV, the sense that it gives us is that she's in a petrified mood, and she has been extremely scared of what has happened, and that is clearly seen in the CCTV. It is said that this CCTV footage of Nidhi entering her house is after the accident has happened. Back to studios.
All right, absolutely. So, Tanisha, of course, is reporting on the pictures that we have just managed to access now. Tanisha, now give us a quick update in terms of the investigation also. Now, Nidhi did speak to the police yesterday, and in her testimony, she has said that she was extremely afraid and decided to run away. Now, this CCTV image also does show that she appears to be, have panicked after what happened.
Right, Nupur. When we were talking to the locals about locals and neighbors of Nidhi's, where Nidhi used to stay. So off record, they told us that Nidhi, when she came late at night, she was in a very petrified mood. She was scared. She had that scare on her face, and she did reveal to the locals that she had an accident because there were some injuries that were seen on her shoulders and on her hands. Is what the locals told us off record. They are not wanting to come on camera, keeping in mind the intensity of the situation of the incident. But they did tell us that there were reports that say that the victim and her friend Nidhi were traveling, and it is when the car hit them, and Nidhi, her friend, fell on the other side of the road, while the victim Anjali, she came under the car, is what we are getting to know. However, when the locals confronted Nidhi, her friend, the only thing that she had to say is she suffered an accident. Soon after that, she locked herself inside her room, and the CCTV visuals confirm that, because if you see in that CCTV visual, she has been seen hurriedly rushing to her room. She's been trying to open the locks. So clearly that gives us a vibe about how petrified she was and how she was trying to keep all of this in a closed room so that nobody gets to know, and hence even a PCR call was not made by her being the friend of Anjali who came under the car.
Absolutely. Now, of course, Tanisha is right now outside Anjali's residence, where we are expecting the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister to be coming anytime soon. Now, also, Tanisha, give us a sense of what Anjali's family is demanding right now.
Right, Nupur, right now I am at the residence. As you were saying, Delhi Deputy Chief Minister is about to arrive. In just some moments from now. There's massive security here. It has been heightened since yesterday, because remember, these gates that you see, the copper gates that you see, were not shut yesterday. However, today, since Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Sisodia is to arrive in just some moments from now, security has been deployed, gates have been shut, and nobody here is allowed to talk to the family. Only the family members are present inside, and in just some moments from now, Sisodia is also likely to make some major announcements, because remember, the family has been alleging that there's a foul play, that she was, and even after the post-mortem report, there are few family members who still have been claiming that it was not a mere case of hit and run. They have been demanding strictest punishment for the accused in the case. They have been demanding death penalty in the case. We are trying to talk to some of the locals there. However, keeping in mind the intensity of the situation, nobody is willing to speak for now, but we will try getting the family's reaction as soon as we are allowed to get inside. Back to studios.
Absolutely. So Tanisha, of course, is bringing us the latest in terms of what's happening outside the home of Anjali right now. On your screens are pictures that we have managed to access. These are of the CCTV footage that Republic TV has accessed. This is CCTV that has been installed near the home of the main witness in this case so far, Nidhi. Now, I just wanted to ask you, Tanisha, now we understand that these pictures are of a time that's been specified as 1:45 or onwards thereafter, but we now seem to there are now questions being raised in as far as this is concerned as well. Okay, Tanisha, I'm going to come back to you in just a bit. Anuj is also joining us right now. And Anuj, what more can you tell us about these pictures that we have managed to access? And also, could you put a timing to this?
Well, that's something from where I'm reporting. First, let me tell you, I'm just nearby the residence of Nidhi. That's the girl who is the main eyewitness in this particular case. Yesterday, we do understand that this was a statement which was recorded by the Delhi police, and under 164, that statement was recorded. So we are just trying to get a sense of this particular area, because the timing is something which is coming out different. If we talk about this incident, when this accident happened, when the girl lost her life, this was reported at around 2:05 a.m. But if we'll go through the timings in the CCTV which has been accessed by us, then this is the timing is 1:35 a.m. That's something what it is showing, and there we can clearly see the girl entering in the home. She is standing right outside her home. I'm reporting from the same area, just reaching there, and there are more CCTVs which could be seen in this particular video also, in this particular footage also. We're just trying to get a sense that if was there the timing was not set in the CCTV, it might have happened sometime. And it is something which has to be seen. I'm just trying to get a sense from the area that where exactly this CCTV is. So that's something what we are seeing at this point in time, that yes, this is a new CCTV which has been accessed, but the timing is again a question. The timing is again a question because what has been reported and what has been informed by none other but a witness herself, that she was with a girl who lost her life, and after that they met with an accident, and after this a whole incident happened. But we are just trying to cross-check the timing in the CCTV footage, the latest CCTV footage which has been accessed. So we are just waiting for the same. On the other hand, yes, the FSL has made in very things clear. On the other hand, the postmortem report is out, and there it has been clear that there was no sexual assault. Let me also remind you what we have been told, that there were 7 people who were questioned yesterday by the Delhi police. They questioned the 7 who were seen in the CCTV footage, whosoever is related to the girl, and they were also questioned yesterday, but nothing has came out till now. They have been released, what we have been told. So what exactly was the connection? Deep investigation is going into the angle, and 3 days custody was given to the Delhi police personnel, which is going to end today. So this is to see, wait and watch what exactly will be coming out. We have seen the press conference which was done by the special CP, and there he has stated it very much clearly that the forensic report has made it clear that there was no sexual assault. On the other hand, the medical team also has been constituted, so they are also looking deep into the investigation that what exactly has happened. But if you believe the witness and the statement obviously which has been recorded by the Delhi police is saying something else, and this is making it clear that this was an accident. We are reporting live from the ground. I'm reporting from Sultanpuri, giving every update on this brutal murder. Time.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Some more national news that we're tracking. Unidentified people attacked the priests gathered outside the ancestral home of former Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb in Udaipur in Tripura. The incident occurred at a time when a group of priests arrived at the former Chief Minister's residence. The mob attacked the priests and vandalized their vehicles. Stone pelting on the Vande Bharat Express for the second day in a row. BJP has raised questions as to why was no action taken after the first attack. However, the TMC has hit back, asking the BJP not to politicize the issue. Actor Gayatri Raghuram quits the Bharatiya Janata Party, calls the BJP party chief Annamalai a tactical liar, further adds that women are not safe in Tamil Nadu. On the third day of the Delhi hit-and-run probe, victim's friend Nidhi gives testimony before Delhi police, reveals the victim was in a drunken state and insisted on driving the two-wheeler. The National Executive of the BJP to meet for 2 days on January 16th and 17th, likely to endorse an extension in its national president JP Nadda's tenure, key organizational body to deliberate on strategy for upcoming state assembly polls and prepare for 2024 Lok Sabha elections as well. Telugu Desam Party President, former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu denied public meetings, rallies and roadshows. Naidu, who was planning to tour Chittoor district,
She's being raised about why was there not enough police presence, safety of women coming out. They're saying capital punishment for the people involved, the 5 accused who are in police custody. The security has tightened up over here as these protesters are moving. We are reporting live from Sultanpuri. And as the final rites of the victim are happening as we speak, anger in the streets of Delhi continues.
A very good afternoon, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. I am Shivangi Shukla. Let's get to all the top updates we're tracking right now this Wednesday afternoon, starting off with the headlines. Political face-off in West Bengal over Vande Bharat attacked for 2 consecutive days. A techie trying to dodge a pothole gets mobbed down by a lorry. Tamil Nadu authorities now fill the potholes to cover up killer negligence. Offered 1 crore to leave the country. Sensational allegations made by Haryana Sports Minister's harassment victim. Biplab Dev's ancestral home attacked in Tripura a day ahead of his father's death anniversary. BRS MLA caught on tape thrashing toll Plaza staff for doing his job. On hunger strike against sovereign government, 72-year-old Jain monk passes away.
क्या कर रहे हैं यार?
Has reached. We'll get you all the updates. And this is coming in as another CCTV footage has emerged in the Delhi hit and run case, viewers. So visuals coming in right now. And this case is taking sensational twists. Right now, Sisodia is at the victim's residence. He has come to visit the victim's family. And those visuals coming in at this point of time, viewers, in the Delhi hit and run case. Now, remember that yesterday was the final rites of the Delhi hit and run victim. Right now, of course, many more questions left to be answered. At this point of time, we are seeing Sisodia at the victim's residence. Now, the investigation in the Delhi's hit and run case continues. The victim's mother has also now claimed that it was a conspiracy. Speaking to Republic, the mother has refuted the accident angle of the police and alleged that it could be a well-thought-of, well-planned murder. So the family continues saying what they have been saying earlier as well. And many more details have come out at this point of time, viewers, where we are seeing the statement of the friend of Anjali as well, Nidhi, who has said that she left the spot after the accident which took place, after the scooty hit the vehicle, and she did not call the police. So right now, viewers, Manish Sisodia has reached the residence of the Delhi hit and run victim. We'll get to all the exclusive visuals which you see on the screen. We also have our reporters on ground who are covering every detail of the story. But right now, Manish Sisodia has come to meet Anjali's family, the hit and run victim. The 20-year-old, who was also the sole breadwinner of her family, was riding a scooty, was hit by a car. The occupants of the car, in an attempt to flee, drove away with the woman's body stuck in the wheels of the car, and this led to the body being dragged for nearly 12 kilometers. Now, her body, which was later on the road, was sent first to Sanjay Gandhi Hospital, where the woman was declared brought dead. And viewers, remember that the post-mortem report was also out yesterday, which said that there was no angle of sexual assault, but because of hemorrhage and brutal impact, that was the cause of death. In fact, those injuries were sustained ante-mortem. That means that they were sustained before she died. So visuals coming in right now. The report has also said that shock and hemorrhage as a reason, and has so far ruled out sexual assault. Remember, there were a lot of anger on the streets of Delhi when the final rites were taking place in Sultanpuri. That time we saw that a lot of protests were happening. They marched to the site of the cremation. A lot of people saying that more has to be done when it comes to women's safety, more has to be done when it comes to lapses in law and order, especially on a New Year's Eve that this accident had happened. A lot of people expressed shocked and concerned. Right now, visuals coming in from Anjali's residence, where Manish Sisodia has reached at the victim's residence. And we're getting more updates coming in, viewers, right now, because a lot of questions remain unanswered about what really transpired. What was the friend's role, the friend Nidhi who was with Anjali? What was her role? Why did she not call the cops? Many people are being interrogated as well. Multiple people have been interrogated, including the staff of the hotel. A lot of CCTV footage has been accessed by Republic TV, where we saw that Anjali and a friend Nidhi, they were seen involved in a fight, in a brawl. We also saw visuals of the CCTV where Anjali's friend was seen speaking to some men. All right, let's go across to Anuj, who's joining us live. Anuj, now we're seeing Manish Sisodia meeting Anjali's family. Now Anjali's family has said again and again that the mother has refuted the accident angle of the police.
Well, that's something what we are seeing, and the family is again and again asking for the justice. And as you pointed it out very rightly, that the family is saying that this is not accident angle only, but the thorough investigation should be done on the same. This is Aam Aadmi Party leader, the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, who has just reached the family of the girl who lost her life, and there Manish Sisodia could be clearly seen in the visuals. There he'll be meeting with the family, and yes, giving the assurance that Delhi government is going to be with them. And there were several assurances which was given by Delhi government earlier also. And as we have seen yesterday, there was a delegation also of Aam Aadmi Party who met with the commissioner with the certain demands that thorough investigation should be done, and they are going to give compensation, what we have been told. And yes, giving an assurance to the family, giving an assurance that the Aam Aadmi Party and the Delhi government is standing with them. This is a message from the Aam Aadmi Party, and the Deputy Chief Minister himself has reaches to the residents of Anjali. We are just seeing in the visuals that now Manish Sisodia is going to meet the family there. And yes, Aam Aadmi Party delegation, as yesterday we have seen earlier, met with the commissioner. This was Rakhi Billan of Aam Aadmi Party day before yesterday, who went to the hospital also. And Aam Aadmi Party being ruling in the state of national capital is now could be seen in the movement, now could be seen in the action. The Aam Aadmi Party leadership now meeting with the family of the victim, the family of the girl who lost her life. That's Deputy Chief Minister Sisodia, who has just reached Sultanpuri. This is the residence of Anjali, where Deputy Chief Minister has reached. Yesterday it was planned for yesterday, what we have been told. But as there were rituals and the last site which we have seen yesterday, and finally today, this is the Deputy Chief Minister of National Capital, Manish Sisodia, who have just reached at the residence of Anjali. Yes.
Right. And when the mother, the victim's mother, Anjali's mother, spoke to Republic, she made a couple of statements. She recollected the happenings of the intervening night of December 31st. January 1st, the mother said, and I quote here, "I had a conversation with her at 9 p.m. I just told her, beta, you have not yet come back home. I'm not feeling well. Please get vegetables." To which Anjali replied, "I'm not yet done with work. I will come by morning." So essentially, Anuj, many more questions being raised by the family.
Well, exactly. Since from the day one, this is the family of Anjali who is raising these kind of questions, and as we were stating it earlier also that yes, the families are not going with the statement of the police, and they are questioning the police why this has happened when this was reported. We do remember what Anjali's mother was saying, that when this was reported to a PCR, when this was reported to the police personnel, when this was already there in the knowledge of the Delhi police, then why did not they took the action at the time? Why there was a delay? That is something what has been stated by again and again by the family of Anjali. On the other hand, we do remember this was the eyewitness who came out and who has spoken it very much clearly, how he made a call to PCR, and it was around an hour when the police was not there, and the girl was under the car, and this brutal murder has happened. So this is something what has been stated by the family again and again, that this is not merely a murder angle, but there is some more involvement and raising questions.
All right, viewers, Anuj, I'll come back to you. Getting some breaking update. Republic has accessed the post-mortem report. I repeat, Republic has accessed the post-mortem report. Remember, the post-mortem report had said and ruled out sexual assault. It was a preliminary report, but it said and cited shock and hemorrhage as a reason and ruled out sexual assault. So we have accessed the post-mortem report. We will get you all the details. We'll put that out for you as well, what the post-mortem report says. But remember, even after the post-mortem report had come out, the family members of the victim, Anjali, they had spoken out and in a press briefing, and they have said that even though the sexual assault angle has been ruled out, still maximum punishment should be given to the accused. So that was a very, very important point. Getting some more details of the post-mortem report, viewers. If you see our screens, we are getting more details. Republic has accessed a post-mortem report. Let's go to Niranjan, who has more details of the post-mortem report. No alcohol content found in the post-mortem report, Niranjan.
Well, there are some details that are coming out showing the intensity of what happened on the 1st of January that morning. I have the post-mortem report. There are 2 pages of it, critical pages that tell you about the intensity of the accident, the killing, dragged for over an hour. Some of the details here, look at this, the brain matter was missing, spine fracture at the lumbar region present, neck structures. There are some details in the chest, ribs exposed from the back of the chest, grinding effects on the ribs. I repeat, grinding effects on the ribs because the body was dragged across the streets of Delhi. Sharpening of the bones because of the dragging of the body. I mean, these are very disturbing details. If you're reading it, pleural cavity both open with exposition of both the lungs, right lung, details of the organs, and it says, it talks about also the pelvic activity, pelvic bones were intact. Here, as far as the uterus with ovaries with central cervical opening, etc. Bladder, no injury present to the genitalia. So this is one part which has been used by the police to conclude that perhaps there was no indication of sexual assault. Here, where it says genitals, no injury present to the genitalia. Samples preserved, routine viscera preserved for chemical analysis. Blood on gauze piece, torn jeans pant, all items sealed with the seal of UK. All items sealed and handed over to the authorities. So this is page 1. I have another page. I'm trying to see if I can open that. Okay, this is the same page. At the moment, I have the second page. I'll just go across to that. But this is the report that we have as it is, which talks about, hints at the fact that there may not be an angle of sexual assault, but also talks about the intensity of the crime itself, and the fact that sharpening of the bones and the ribs being damaged because of the intensity of the dragging of the body. Let me once again tell you, there is another page that I have here, and this talks about the different injuries to her body. I'm reading out from what we have. Lacerated wound of size, it talks about the wound size on the left side of the forehead. Margins of wound are irregular because the body was dragged. Contusion, reddish in color. Grazed abrasion, reddish in color. on the left side of the face. Talks about contusion over the left side of the forehead, and contusion, reddish in color, present over the right side of the forehead with medial and situated. So it talks about the different injuries. I'm trying to open another, I have a third page, I'll just open that up because the third page is also critical. So while I open that up, I just want to tell you that the details of the post-mortem report indicating now that perhaps the injuries, the details of the injuries, being put out in this report. Take a look at this. I have the full details, the brief history as per inquest papers. I'm going to read out the case as described in the autopsy report, the first autopsy report. The brief history as per inquest papers: alleged deceased body found at Kanjawala Road towards Kanjawala in a semi-naked position at 4:40 a.m. So for the first time, we perhaps have a time. So we've been talking about the time. The time in the autopsy report is 4:40 a.m. I'm going to try and highlight the timings if I can. Just bear with me. I'll just do that in a second. Because the timing for the first time here shows that it was perhaps at 4:40 a.m. over 2 hours, maybe over 2.5 hours later. 2.5 hours, maybe over 2.5 hours after the accident or the killing took place. Take a look at this. I'm going to highlight the portions. 4:40 a.m. is when the body was found. When the accident itself was reported at about 2:15, between 2 a.m. and 2:15 a.m. is when the accident took place. So imagine, here the report says the body was found at about 4:40 a.m. and CCTV sequences have told you so far in what we've shown, and those CCTV sequences continue to emerge. Those sequences show that the timestamp may be anywhere between 2 and 2:15. That's perhaps the timing when the accident took place. So from 2:15 to 4:40, that's nearly 2.5 hours, or 120 to 150 minutes. We said the body was dragged for over an hour, but the body was found after 2.5 hours, or discovered after over 2.5 hours. She was taken to the SGMH hospital, where she was declared brought dead on arrival at 7 a.m. Later on, it was verified that she was riding a scooty and it was hit by a Baleno car. The body was dragged for several kilometers after it was entangled with the car. On the allegation of relatives, a medical board was constituted to conduct a post-mortem. The body was shifted to the MAMC mortuary for further proceedings. External general appearance: dead body of adult female of average build and good nutrition, pale, body wrapped in white color hospital plastic bag. Talks about the details and the condition in which the body was brought for autopsy. Lower down to the knee, joint in torn condition, stained with dirt and mud because of the body being dragged. I mean, extremely gory details of the condition in which the body was found emerging here. The face smudged with mud, eyes closed, mud present because of the body being dragged across the streets of Delhi. Once again, natural orifices, dirt and mud present around and within the vagina. All the natural orifices were smudged with mud and dirt. Post-mortem changes, hypostasis indistinguishable. So these are details of the post-mortem which has been described. Ante-mortem external injuries, lacerated wounds. So this talks about the nature of injuries, but I think the big takeaway from this is one, the timing at which the body was found. And even in this particular report, you can see here, Shivangi, that it claims that she was she was riding a scooty and it was hit by a Baleno car. So nowhere, of course, nowhere it makes a mention of the second girl who's come out of nowhere, literally. Her name is Nidhi, and we just had a CCTV come in, and the timestamp on her CCTV video really not making sense because she claimed the accident happened between 2 and 3 a.m. But the timestamp on it shows 1:37. So we'll have to check that up. The facts are still emerging. She claims she knew Nidhi's, Anjali's mother. Anjali's mother claims she does not know anybody called Nidhi. Nidhi, in this particular CCTV video where she's seen coming home, was not alone. She was with someone else. There was another man there in the video. So there are many questions that continue to remain in this particular case. It's not a clear case of hit and run or just an accident. It is much more. And I think some of those answers should emerge as we continue to probe deeper and we get you the details as they emerge in the case. It's clearly not not an open and shut case. There are many more questions that remain in this case, Shivang.
Right, Niranjan getting us a top updates right now of the autopsy report, which you see on your screens right now. Very, very important details coming out where it says that they are bone deep lacerated wounds. They are fractured at the lumbar region. The post-mortem is listing 14 injuries in total, and many more details coming out that no alcohol content was found in the post-mortem report. And also that Anjali was not intoxicated, because some allegations were coming in that she was intoxicated. So it's a very, very important post-mortem report there with the details that we're telling you, viewers, because like Niranjan are...
जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है उसके लिए संतुष्ट है कि नहीं? हम सब अरे शांत हो जाओ, चुप चुप, माइक मेरे पास, हम सब सर दरिंदगी की ऐसी घटना है जिसको देख के अंदर तक हिल जाता है इस घटना के बारे में। आज किसी की गाड़ी में आराम से किसी की गाड़ी में गाड़ी को साइड में लगा के गाड़ी में कैसी हो रहा है दर्दगी के अलावा कुछ नहीं था। आज मैं परिवार से मिला हूँ, बहुत दुखद है। कमाने वाली थी परिवार में, छोटे भाई बहन हैं, बड़े भाई बहन हैं, माँ है, बीमार है। कल सीएम साहब ने भी और जो भी उनके इलाज में जरूरत पड़ेगी वो सरकार की ओर से पूरा करवाएंगे। उनका डायलिसिस होता है वो सरकार की ओर से लगातार होता रहेगा। सरकार की ओर से जो 10 लाख रुपए इस पॉलिसी के तहत दिया जा सकता है, मैडम थोड़ा नीचे रहना, घोषणा की है। साथ साथ हमारे परिवार में किसी व्यक्ति को परिवार से कुछ लोगों को जी थोड़ा नीचे करो और भाई दिलाने की कोशिश मेरे कैमरे के आगे आ रहा है, नीचे बहुत गरीब है। अभी भी मैंने अपने पार्षदों को और MLA को कहा है कि यहाँ से मुख्तलिफ सामाजिक रूप से
भैया पुलिस वाले भैया हट जाओ ना, थोड़ा पीछे हो जाना। माइक आएंगे यार, माइक नहीं आ रहा। पुलिस वाले भैया हट जाओ ना यार, मारा गया है भाई, हटो यार माइक अरे यार हटाओ ना पुलिस वाले को यार, ऑडियो नहीं आ रहा। मैडम आप नीचे रहो, नीचे रहो, हट जाओ ना यार, आप हट जाओ ना, पीछे हो जाओ, माइक नहीं आ रहा यार। और गिरा दो क्या अपनी सारी शक्तियों को विपक्ष को, मैडम माइक लिया हुआ आगे, जबकि इन शक्तियों का इस्तेमाल अरे पुलिस को कंट्रोल करना है, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर कंट्रोल। सर आप थोड़ा पीछे हो जाना सर जी। गृहमंत्री और उनके MLA को इस बात की चिंता ही नहीं है कि इसके कंडक्ट को देखना भी है, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को देखना भी है। 4 दिन हो गए। क्या जो भी हुआ भगवान भरोसे हुआ।
All right, we just heard the Delhi Deputy CM Manish Sisodia speak right over there after visiting Anjali's residence. Saying a couple of important points. Let's tell our viewers what he said. He said it's a horrific, shocking incident. He also said that there will be financial help given to the family, and has said that some compensation will be paid to the deceased's family. So Manish Sisodia just had met the victim's family a short while back. We showed you those visuals right now. After meeting, he spoke to the media present. He spoke to everyone present there, and he has said it's a horrific, shocking incident, and some kind of financial assistance will be given to the family members of the deceased, viewers. So still we're getting those visuals coming in from Sultanpuri, where Manish Sisodia is at Anjali's residence. We have a reporters on ground as well. Remember that the family has once again claimed that the entire accident was a conspiracy, and the mother has refuted the accident angle of the police. At the same time, Republic TV has accessed the autopsy report, which also brings out a couple of important points. Especially, it says that there was no alcohol content found in the post-mortem report. And that means, in a way, that Anjali was not intoxicated. But there were a couple of injuries on her body because of blunt force. For example, bone-deep lacerated wounds, fractures, many fractures, multiple fractures. 14 injuries in total have been listed in the post-mortem report. And these are the details we're getting for you right now, viewers. Now, of course, as we continue a live and rolling coverage on the Delhi hit and run case, many questions have also been posed when it comes to security and women's security in particular, viewers. So we are seeing those visuals come in at this point of time. And when it comes to the other person who was present with Anjali, the police have said that she's being interrogated and she's cooperating. She's going ahead and cooperating with the investigation. So we are seeing all these visuals come in right now, where we can see Manish Sisodia at the residence of Anjali, and the mother has spoken to Republic TV, and she has said a couple of things, saying that Anjali had said that she will come back home in the morning and she was not yet done with work. So multiple versions coming out, and of course piecing together the pieces. There's an effort on even by the investigative agencies to make sure that the case is cracked. Remember, Home Minister Amit Shah had asked for a detailed report and quick and swift action on this case without any fear. Let's go to Anuj. Anuj, we just heard what Manish Sisodia has said. Just take us to what he said. He has said that some financial help will be given to the family.
सर मैं सर एक मिनट सब बैठ जाइए, हम इसको बहुत अच्छे से देखिए। आई वांट टू सी, देखिए मेरी बात सुनिए, मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ, मनीष सिसोदिया साहब ने क्या बोला, मोदी जी ने क्या राहत दी, या आने वाले टाइम पे केजरीवाल जी क्या बोलेंगे, ये इससे मेरा पर्सनली कुछ भी लेना देना नहीं है, वो परिवार का लेना देना है। मेरा इस मैटर पे जो मेरा इस चीज से मेरा जो एक इमोशनल अटैचमेंट है वो है कि अंजलि को इंसाफ दिलाना। तो अगर आप लोग कोई भी राहत की बात करते हैं, केजरीवाल जी ने क्या राहत दी, एलजी साहब ने क्या राहत दी,
कर रही है कि अल्कोहल कंटेंट
एक मिनट मैम
क्लेम कर रही है।
जी 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 जी
अब आपके हाथ में पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट है, वो लाइन बताइए जहाँ पर लिखा है कि अल्कोहल नहीं है।
जी 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 मैम। देखिए मेरी बात सुनिए, हम पहले पीसी, मैं कह रहा हूं, देखिए मेरी बात सुनिए, एक बार अपन एक पीसी करते हैं, उसके बाद आप इंडिविजुअली जो बाइट लेना लीजिए। आई वांट टू मेक अ प्रॉपर पीसी, मैम एक प्रॉपर न्यूज सबको जाना चाहिए। हाँ मैं आप माइक लेके आ जाओ, मैं अभी सब मैम हाँ मैं
लिखा है कि अल्कोहल नहीं खाया गया है।
सर देखिए इससे हमारा मैसेज नहीं जा पाएगा, प्लीज आप लोग कोऑपरेट करें। ये बहुत एक अलग मुद्दा है, एक बच्ची के साथ बहुत गलत हुआ है, और कल से जो निधि बयान दे रही है अल्कोहल को लेके। जी जी मैं डॉक्टर भूपेंद्र चौरसिया हूँ। फैमिली ने मुझे जो मीडिया और सारी चीजों को देखने के लिए एक तरीके से उनने निर्धारित किया हुआ है। मैं आप मुझे एक मुंह बोला आप उसका भाई कह सकते हैं। 1 तारीख को जब ये घटना हुई तो आप ही लोगों के मीडिया चैनल के थ्रू मुझे पता चला कि एक ऐसी दिल्ली की बेटी के साथ ये हुआ है। तो मैंने सुल्तानपुरी पुलिस स्टेशन में कांटेक्ट किया और वहां से मुझे इनके घर का एड्रेस मिला और मैं इनके घर में पहुंचा। मैंने इनकी माताजी को इस बात का आश्वासन दिया कि आप बिल्कुल बेफिक्र रहिए, आपको जैसा भी सपोर्ट की जरूरत होगी मैं आपका बेटा होने के नाते करूंगा। और 3 दिन से मैं परिवार के साथ हूं सारी चीजों में। अब जो कल से चीजें उठ रही हैं, सबसे पहले जो निधि ने एक बहुत बेबुनियाद आरोप जो है मेरी बहन पे लगाया है कि वो शराब के नशे में धुत थी और उसको इतनी भी सुध-बुध नहीं थी कि वो गाड़ी चला पाती। उसने पहले कोई ट्रक से टकराने की कोशिश हुई, उसके बाद जो है वो इस गाड़ी से टकराती है। तो मैं पोस्टमार्टम के आधार पे, पोस्टमार्टम की रिपोर्ट के आधार पे आप सबको बताना चाहता हूं, ये देखिए एब्डोमेन जो है, एब्डोमेन में इसमें क्लियरली मेंशन है, स्टमक में सेमी डाइजेस्टेड फूड मटेरियल प्रेजेंट एंड वॉल हैव नो एबनॉर्मेलिटी डिटेक्टेड। मतलब कि एब्डोमेन में किसी भी तरीके का कोई अल्कोहलिक पदार्थ नहीं पाया गया है। मैम अल्कोहल पाया जाता तो इसमें लिखा होता कि केमिकल वहां पर जो है अल्कोहल मिला है। अगर उसमें स्टमक में वो ये कह रहे हैं सिर्फ फूड पार्टिकल मिला है, मतलब कि अल्कोहल कहीं से कहीं तक नहीं था। दूसरी बात, सर लेट मी फिनिश। सर एक बहुत बड़ी ब्रेकिंग न्यूज आप लोगों को दूंगा, और वो इतनी भयंकर ब्रेकिंग न्यूज है कि आप लोगों ने कभी नहीं देखा होगा। पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट के हिसाब से अंजलि का जो ब्रेन है वो अभी भी मिसिंग है। जो उसका भेजा था, जिसको हम ब्रेन कहते हैं, वो 5 से 6 किलोमीटर की बर्बरता के बाद कहीं कंजावाला रोड पे गिर गया और ब्रेन जो है वो मिसिंग है। और ये ब्रेन मिसिंग होने के बाद में जब मैंने पोस्टमार्टम में देखा, इसको भी मैं आपको बताऊंगा, ब्रेन मैटर मिसिंग। और डॉक्टर भूपेंद्र चौरसिया जो भी बात करेगा वो तथ्यों के आधार पे करेगा, कोई निधारादार बात नहीं करूंगा। जब से मुझे ये पता चला है कि मेरी बहन का ब्रेन ही मिसिंग है, अभी तक उसकी पोस्टमार्टम में ब्रेन नहीं मिला, दिल्ली पुलिस ब्रेन भी नहीं देख पाई, तो मैं इस मर्डर को अब सिर्फ मर्डर नहीं कहूंगा, मैं इसको एक नाम दूंगा जो मेडिकल टर्मिनोलॉजी में होता है, सैडिज्म मर्डर। सैडिज्म मर्डर मतलब होता है किसी को मारना एक अलग होता है और किसी को पेनफुल मौत देना अलग होता है। आपने सुना होगा एक झटका होता है और एक हलाल होता है। झटके में जो होता है एक ही बार में हम उसको मार देते हैं, और हलाल में हम धीरे 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 करके उसको मारते हैं। तो यहाँ पे अंजलि के साथ जो हुआ है, दैट इज नॉट अ सिंपल मर्डर, इट इज अ सैडिज्म मर्डर इन विच उसको धीरे धीरे पेन देके मारा गया है। पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट के हिसाब से उसके शरीर पे तकरीबन 40 इंजुरीज आई हैं। मैं ये भी आपको दिखाना चाहता हूं, सारे मीडिया जो हैं इसको देखें। टोटल 40 इंजुरीज जो हैं उसकी पूरी बॉडी में आई हैं। इस 40 इंजुरीज में जो उसकी बॉडीज में आई हैं, इसमें तकरीबन 20 से 25 जो हैं वो ग्रेज्ड एब्रेशन है। ग्रेज्ड एब्रेशन जो टर्मिनोलॉजी मेडिकल में होती है, आप इसको इस तरीके से मान के चलिए कि जब 13 किलोमीटर में बॉडी जो थी वो घिसटा रही थी, तो जमीन और बॉडी के बीच में हीट जनरेट होती है, और हीट जनरेट होने के बाद वो एरिया जो है स्किन का वो जल जाता है। कम से कम बॉडी में 25 से 26 ऐसे मार्क्स है जहां पर उसको ग्रेज एब्रेशन हुआ है। 40 इंजुरीज टोटल नोट डाउन हुई हैं। अच्छा, पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट में इस बात का भी खुलासा हुआ है कि सम इंजुरीज आर इनकॉन्स्पिशियस ड्यू टू ब्लैकनिंग, स्मजिंग एंड ब्रश बर्न। बर्न मीन्स जब ये 13 किलोमीटर की बर्बरता हो रही थी तो उसकी बॉडी और जो जमीन का सरफेस था वो इस तरीके से टकराया कि वहां हीट जनरेट हुई है, और काफी जो बॉडी पार्ट है वो ब्लैकनिंग भी हो गई है, जिसमें पोस्टमार्टम में वो सब चीजों का पता उनको नहीं लग पाया। कुछ ऐसे पार्ट्स भी हैं। अच्छा, इसमें जो फाइनल अगर मैं आपको चेस्ट के बारे में बताता हूं तो रिब्स जो है वो पीछे से एक्सपोज हो चुके थे, एक्सपोज फ्रॉम द बैक, ग्राइंडिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ रिब्स, शार्पनिंग, और जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है आपको जानना बहुत जरूरी है, दोनों लंग्स जो हैं वो बाहर आ चुके थे। लंग्स जो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्गन होते हैं किसी की भी बॉडी के लिए। आपने देखा कि कोविड में कैसे कोविड-19 वेरिएंट ने जो है लंग्स में जाके लोगों को ब्रीथिंग प्रॉब्लम कराई, और कोविड सेकेंड वेव में कैसे लोग मरे। तो इसका जो लंग्स था, एक्सपोजिशन ऑफ लंग्स की पोजीशन चेंज हो चुकी थी और वो मर चुकी थी। 5 से 6 किलोमीटर की बर्बरता तक वो सहन कर पा रही थी, उसके बाद जो था वो सब खत्म था, सिर्फ एक शरीर का हिस्सा था। इसमें एक और पॉइंट मैं ऐड करूंगा, फाइनल कंक्लूजन। जब ये 13 से 14 किलोमीटर की बर्बरता हो रही थी तो इस बीच में बॉडी में ब्लड लॉस हुआ है, और ये ब्लड लॉस की वजह से उसको शॉक हुआ है, हीमोरेज हुआ है, और एंड में कुछ जो इंजुरीज हैं वो एंटीमॉर्टम इंजुरीज हैं। मेडिकल टर्मिनोलॉजी में एंटीमॉर्टम इंजुरीज वो होती हैं जो किसी की बॉडी में मरने के बाद आती हैं। तो 15 से 16 ऐसी इंजुरीज हैं जो मरने के बाद डिटेक्ट हुई हैं। इंजुरीज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय ब्लड, एंड द लास्ट वर्ड जो आपको नोट करना पड़ेगा, जो ये प्रूव करता है कि ये जो है एक सैडिज्म मर्डर है, दैट इज द डेथ इज ड्यू टू वेहिकुलर ड्रैगिंग। आप ये वर्ड नोट करिए, इट इज अ वेहिकुलर ड्रैगिंग। सो ये जो 13 किलोमीटर की बर्बादी हुई है, इसके कारण ये मर्डर हुआ है, प्रॉपर प्लान मर्डर था। मैं मीडिया के माध्यम से निधि के सारे आरोपों को बेबुनियाद बताता हूं। और एक चीज और मैं बोलना चाहता हूं मीडिया पे, एक इंसिडेंट होता है, दो लोग एक ही स्कूटी पे हैं, एक बच्ची के साथ इतना घनन अपराध हो जाता है, वो मर जाती है, और एक बच्ची जो है वो सडनली एक साइड हीरोइन की तरह 75 घंटे 80 घंटे गायब होती है, और सडनली प्लांट होती है कि भैया मैं भी उस वाक्य में थी और ऐसा ऐसा हुआ। तो मैं निधि के सारे आरोपों को बेबुनियाद बताता हूं। मैं अपनी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस को इसी तर्ज पे खत्म करता हूं। उसके बाद आप जो भी क्वेश्चन आंसर है आप पूछ सकते हैं। सर अल्कोहल वाले पॉइंट पे 1 मिनट, लेट मी फिनिश देन यू लास्ट। एंड में मैं यही कहूंगा कि निधि के सारे आरोप बेबुनियाद हैं। अंजलि को जो है इंसाफ मिलना चाहिए। और मैंने फिर से, मेरे से काफी मीडिया वालों ने पूछा, सर मनीष सिसोदिया जी आए थे जो डिप्टी सीएम हैं, उनने क्या बोला, क्या कहा? परिवार चाहता था कि जब कोई पॉलिटिकल नेता आए, एलजी साहब आए, केजरीवाल साहब आए या मनीष सिसोदिया जी आए, तो मैं उसमें इन्वॉल्व रहूं, मैं उनसे बात करूं। मैंने परिवार को ये कहा कि देखिए मेरी जो लड़ाई है वो सिस्टम से है, मेरी जो लड़ाई है वो ये दिल्ली के सिस्टम से है, चाहे ये केजरीवाल का दिल्ली हो, चाहे ये मोदी जी का दिल्ली हो। तो मैंने कहा वो आपका पर्पस है, उस पर्पस से आप फैमिली से बात करिए। मेरा सिर्फ एक ही पर्पस है कि अंजलि को इंसाफ मिलना चाहिए और हम अंजलि को इंसाफ दिलवा के रहेंगे।
आरोप लगाए एक बार उस पर बताइए। डॉक्टर चौरसिया वो कह रही थी अंजलि ने शराब पी हुई थी, मना कर रही थी।
सर देखिए मेरी बात सुनिए, हम सब बहुत एजुकेटेड लोग हैं। अब तो आप सबको भी पता है कि अंजलि जो है अब इस दुनिया में नहीं रही, तो सिर्फ एक ही तथ्य पे हमें पता चलेगा कि उसने अल्कोहल ली थी या नहीं ली थी। अभी मैं 5 मिनट के आसपास आप सबके साथ ये पूरे 10 पेज की जो पीडीएफ है इसको शेयर करूंगा, जो व्हाट्सएप पे चाहेगा उसको व्हाट्सएप पे भी दूंगा। आप अभी इसको नोट डाउन करिए। ये लाइन जो है, सर मैं दिखाता हूं, ये लाइन जो है ये निधि के सारे जो आरोपों को जो है बेबुनियाद प्रूफ करती है। ये देखिए प्लीज, आप इसको लाइन अप करिए।
अरे यार आप दूसरों का फ्रेम खराब कर रहे हैं।
नहीं आप देखिए, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं सर, इसको जो है देखिए आप। सर मैं आप लोगों को अभी पीडीएफ कॉपी दूंगा।
आज आपको तो फिर आप इसके बाद अब कानूनी लड़ाई की और लड़नी होगी।
ठीक है चलिए।
धाराएं जो है वो
सर मैं फिर से इसको रीड ऑफ, 1 मिनट। सेमी डाइजेस्टेड फूड मटेरियल प्रेजेंट एंड वार्ड्स आर नॉट अफेक्टेड, मतलब कि पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट में एब्डोमेन में किसी भी तरीके का अल्कोहल पदार्थ नहीं पाया गया है। और ये जो रिपोर्ट है, मैं फिर से आपको, क्योंकि ऐसा ना लगे कि ये किसकी रिपोर्ट है, ये मौलाना आजाद मेडिकल कॉलेज में ये जो आपका पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट नंबर 04/2023 और अंजलि जो है इसका जो आपका लेटर गया है ये F342 MB 100/2023 होम एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर 515/19 डॉक्टर उपेंद्र किशोर डायरेक्टर प्रोफेसर HOD फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन मौलाना आजाद, डॉक्टर रुपेश चंदा एंड डॉक्टर विशांत कुमार, जो नेम ऑफ डिकीज्ड हैं दैट इज अंजलि डॉटर ऑफ सतबीर, 20 साल की एज थी, A35 करण विहार की निवासी थी। मैं ये सब चीज आपको इसलिए बता रहा हूं कि मैं कोई दूसरी पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट नहीं लाया हूं, ये वही रिपोर्ट है जिसको एंड में आपके ये तीनों डॉक्टर साहब ने अपने सील और साइन के साथ जो है वेरीफाई किया। भूपेंद्र चौरसिया जी।
आप सिर्फ ये बताइए कि अब क्योंकि आप लोग लगातार कह रहे हैं कि 302 का मामला बनता है, अभी पुलिस ने ऐड ऑन नहीं करी है।
सर देखिए परसों जब मैं परिवार के साथ वहां पे एसएचओ साहब से मिला था सुल्तानपुरी में, तो मैंने एसएचओ साहब से सबसे पहले मिलते से यही बात कही कि ये 302 का मुकदमा है, इसको 304 में ना डाल के 302 में डाला जाए। तो उनने मुझसे एक छोटी सी बात कही थी कि आप जो अंजलि की मदर हैं उनसे बयान जारी करवा दीजिए। हमने ऑलरेडी लिखित में बयान दे दिया है कि उसकी मदर ये सस्पेक्ट कर रही है कि इनका जो है मर्डर हुआ है, और 302 के लिए उस टाइम वहां पर जो एसएचओ साहब थे मलिक साहब, उनने यस बोल दिया था। अभी मैं मीडिया रिपोर्ट से मुझे पता चल रहा है कि शायद अभी भी ये 304 के मामले में चल रहा है। तो इसके बाद मैं
परिवार के कुछ सदस्यों के साथ, अगर परिवार के सदस्य ना भी जा पाए तो मैं खुद जो है यहाँ से सुल्तानपुरी थाने में जाके SHO साहब से मिलूंगा।
अभी भी आपको शक है कि क्या कुछ गलत हुआ होगा मर्डर के अलावा भी अंजलि के साथ, क्योंकि ये सवाल अभी भी खड़ा सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट के शक अभी भी है परिवार।
देखिए, सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट जो है, मैं पोस्टमार्टम के हिसाब से सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट नहीं आया है। और मैंने फिर कहा कि मैं कोई भी आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन सिर्फ एक ब्रेकिंग न्यूज बनाने के लिए नहीं दूंगा, मैं तथ्यों के आधार पर बात करूंगा। तो मैं सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट को नहीं एक्सेप्ट कर रहा, बट जो एक थ्योरी जो निधि के द्वारा एक थ्योरी चल रही है इस बीच में, क्या जब ये वाकया हुआ तो निधि वहां पर मौके पे मौजूद थी, इस बात का मैं खंडन करता हूं। क्योंकि 3 CCTV फुटेज अभी तक मैंने देखे हैं इस मामले में। 1:30 का CCTV फुटेज है जो होटल का है, जिसमें वो दोनों आपस में कुछ बात कर रही हैं और बाद में निधि जो है वो गाड़ी चलाते हुए जाती है। किसी मीडिया रिपोर्ट से मुझे पता चला है कि 1:35 या 1:40 का एक मीडिया फुटेज है जिसमें निधि अपने घर पहुंच चुकी है ना?
हाँ, वो एक
जी, जस्ट लेट मी फिनिश। 1:35 पे निधि अपने घर पे पहुंच चुकी है। 2 बजे जो CCTV फुटेज आता है उसमें अंजलि अकेले गाड़ी ड्राइव कर रही है। तो मैं आपको फिर बताना चाहता हूं, अगर रात को 1:30 बजे मैंने अपने दोस्त को उसके घर छोड़ दिया तो ये क्या मामला है कि 1.5 घंटे के बाद या 1 घंटे के बाद वो मौका वारदात पे ये कहता है कि मैं भी उस स्कूटी में बैठी थी और जब ये सब वाकया हुआ तो मैं वहां से भाग गई। तो ये सब चीजें जो हैं वो शंका के घेरे में है सर।
CCTV का टाइमिंग जो था वो लेट था और 2-2:15 के करीब की वो फुटेज है जब वो भागते हुए घबराई हुई अपने घर।
नहीं, मुझे सर एक बात बताइए, मैं ये मान के चलता हूं कि जितना भी पुलिस ने CCTV फुटेज खंगाले हैं हम उसी टाइमलाइन को मानेंगे जो उसमें दिए गए हैं। आप एक CCTV फुटेज में कहते हैं कि 1:30 बजे का CCTV फुटेज का टाइमिंग ओके है और 2:30 बजे में अगर पुलिस ये कहती है कि नहीं भाई साहब ये 1:30 का नहीं है, ये तो 2:30 बजे का है, तो ये अपने आप में एक शंका की बात है। क्योंकि CCTV फुटेज में जो टाइमिंग है, मैं सारे CCTV फुटेज के टाइमिंग के आधार पर मैं इस तथ्य को मानूंगा।
ठीक है।
जी हाँ, टोटल जी पहली बात तो एक बहुत दर्दनीय घटना है, ब्रेन मिसिंग है। ये जब 13 घंटे का ये जो वारदात हो रही थी उस बीच में जो अंजलि का जो दिमाग था, जो ब्रेन था, वो उस रोड पे गिर गया। ब्रेन इज मिसिंग इन द पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट। चेस्ट जो है, रिब्स पूरी तरीके से एक्सपोज हो चुकी हैं बैक साइड से। ग्राइंडिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ रिब्स जो है शार्पनिंग हो चुकी है और दोनों लंग्स जो थे उनकी पोजीशन चेंज हो चुकी थी और लंग्स पूरे के पूरे एक्सपोज हो चुके थे। लंग्स इज द बेसिक नेसेसिटी फॉर ब्रीदिंग, यू नो दिस थिंग। ब्रेन इज द बेसिक नेसेसिटी फॉर पासिंग द सेंसेस। सो दोनों चीजें अफेक्ट हो चुकी थी। टोटल 40 इंजुरीज उसकी बॉडी में आई हैं, जिसमें से 20 से 25 इंजुरीज बहुत बड़ी इंजुरीज थी जो ब्रश बर्न या आप कह सकते हैं क्या ग्राइडेड एब्रेशन है। ये जो सरफेस से और गाड़ी के बीच में जब वो फंसी हुई थी तो उसकी स्किन और जो जमीन के बीच में जो चीजें लगी हैं उसमें कुछ बर्न डेवलप हुआ है और इसीलिए रिपोर्ट में ये भी कहा गया कि सम इंजुरीज जो है वो हम नहीं पता कर सकते क्योंकि ब्लैकनिंग हो गया है उस एरिया में, स्मजिंग हो गया है और ब्रेश बन है। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जो मैं बताना चाहता हूँ, सेमी डाइजेस्टेड फूड मटेरियल प्रेजेंट इन वॉल। सो एट द शॉक एंड हेमोरेज ड्यू टू ब्लड लॉस एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इंजुरीज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय ब्लंट फोर्स एंड डेथ इज ड्यू टू वेहिकुलर ड्रैगिंग। थैंक यू वेरी मच। हाँ,
सिंगल बाइट कर रुक जाइए गोविंद जी, खड़े होके एक मिनट खड़े होके कर लेते हैं। एक मिनट खड़े होके कर लेते हैं।
सबसे पहले तो एक बेसिक चीज है अंजलि का जो
All right, so that was a family representative speaking there where he has questioned the friend Nidhi's claim, saying that there was no alcohol found. He's also saying that it definitely was a case, a very, very brutal case. The kind of injuries were because of the dragging of the body. He also mentioned that brain matter was not there. It was missing when the mortal remains had come in of Anjali, when the body had come into the hospital. So a lot of question marks being raised by the family representative right there in that press briefing that we just saw right now. and also saying that alcohol was not found. Remember that there were some claims being made by the friend Nidhi that the victim was in a drug state. So many questions being raised right now by the family representative after the post-mortem report is out. Remember the post-mortem report, we showed you the details of that, where it says that there was no alcohol found in the post-mortem report, and also saying that bone-deep lacerations were found. There were many wounds which are completely bone deep. That is something the family representative has said once again, that they are bone deep wounds, including the spine, the chest area, and also a lot of fractures present in the lumbar region. Many injuries have been listed in that post-mortem report, viewers. All right, viewers, let's go ahead to the other story we're tracking right now. Getting some breaking updates, and SIT is currently questioning Minister Sandeep Singh 5 days after the FIR. SIT questions Minister Sandeep Singh. So we're getting these updates coming in at this point of time, viewers. And this is the harassment case which has been put against the Haryana minister. Remember, a woman has accused Haryana minister of harassment. And let's go to Amandeep, who's joining us live as well. Amandeep, just take us through the details we're getting right now. This is the Haryana Minister Sandeep Singh case. Now we know that an SIT will be questioning the minister.
Well, absolutely, Shivangi. We are just outside the residence of Minister Sandeep Singh, and you can see the visuals that SIT has already arrived here, and in fact the questioning is underway. And even, Shivangi, this is happening just 5 days after the FIR has been registered against Minister Sandeep Singh. And even after 5 days, this is the first visit of SIT at the residence of Minister Sandeep Singh. And even, Shivangi, the most important point is that this is only the crime spot where the sexual harassment case take place, according to the statement of victim. And even now the police will recreate the scene, police will inspect the spot and also question Minister Sandeep Singh, and this is the first time happening. And even before this, Shivangi, police have recorded the statement of the victim, and even the victim has also given the statement to the duty magistrate today itself under section 164 CRPC. And immediately after that, the SIT team has reached at the residence of Minister Sandeep Singh, just because the FIR that was registered against Sandeep Singh is having a non-bailable section, that is 354B, in which the bail is not allowed from the police station. And that is the reason the arrest is very much mandatory in this case. And this is the first time that SIT reached out to Sandeep Singh at his residence. And even, Shivangi, meanwhile, the victim has already left from the Chandigarh court, and she is also reaching here in a very short time. And even the entire crime spot will be recreated in front of the victim, according to her statement, just because it was a sexual harassment case, Shivangi, and even this case is against the minister. But this is a big question, that how SIT remained silent for 5 days. It was 31st December evening when the FIR was registered against Sandeep Singh, Minister Sandeep Singh in fact, and even till now this is the first time they are here to question minister. And even till 4 days they are completely, their investigation is completely taking rounds around the victim statement only, just because 5 times police have recorded the statement of the victim, and this is the first time they have arrived at the crime spot and questioning Sandeep Singh. So let's wait and watch. Either they are going to arrest Minister Sandeep Singh, or they are just here to question him. They are just here to recreate the scene, crime scene, according to the statement of victim, just because the entire sexual harassment case take place at this very much residence at July 1st, and when in the evening when victim was here called by Minister Sandeep Singh, and further she was sexually harassed, and in fact that was all mentioned in the statement of victim as well as in the FIR also. And even yesterday victim has handed over her phones to the police, just because there are certain evidence, in fact electronic evidence in that phones that was very much necessary in the case. And now you can see the entire police is deployed here, and in fact they have placed the barricades on the both sides of the roads, just because SIT is inside. Now this case is turning to be more sensitive. So far no arrest has been made. So far first time they are questioning the accused, and before this they have questioned 5 times to the victim, Shivangi. And
चार्जर है? तो मैंने बोला हाँ मेरे पास हैगा। तो उन्होंने मेरे को अपना फ़ोन दिया, मैंने चार्जिंग पे लगा दिया उसका फ़ोन। तो फिर बस मैं लगा के बाहर ही आया था, तो इतने में उसके मैंने उसका गेट खोल दिया था। ठीक है, तो करेक्ट 2:30 बज रहे थे, हम बाहर ही बैठे थे ना, हमारे चला के फ़ोन हाथ में था, हमने टाइम देखा जब वो आई थी। ठीक है।
और भी कभी उनको आपने इस टाइम रात में आते हुए देखा?
काफ़ी बार देखा है।
कई बार आपने देखा?
हाँ।
यहाँ कौन कौन रहता था उनके घर से?
वैसे तो वो सोचता हूँ तो अकेली रहती थी।
हाँ।
वैसे जैसे कभी कभार उसकी मम्मी वगैरह आ गई, नानी वगैरह आ गई तो आ गई, वैसे अक्सर अकेली।
लगी थी क्या उसे?
हाँ, चोट उसके यहाँ पर लगी थी और हाथ पर जैसे फ्रैक्चर से जाता है ना, मोड़ पड़ा जाता है, वैसे हो गया था, और पैर पर बस।
कभी और जो है जब पुलिस आई तो आपको कब पता चला कि ये मामला हो गया, एक लड़की की मौत भी हो गई है?
वो तो जब पता चल गया जब इसको लेके गए थे हम, जब ही समझ गए थे ना, क्योंकि दो लेडीज पुलिस आई थी और निशान सर आए थे।
उसके पहले उस लड़की ने आसपास किसी को बताया हो, निधि ने इस बारे में?
उन्हें आसपास मोहल्ले पड़ोस में बोला था बस इतना ही कि मेरा एक्सीडेंट हो गया स्कूटी से, और कुछ नहीं बोला था।
और कुछ नहीं बोला था कि उसकी दोस्त थी क्या थी? कुछ नहीं बोला?
और कुछ नहीं बोला उन्होंने,
सिर्फ इतना था एक्सीडेंट
बस इतना।
हो गया तो ठीक है। नखरे पे दादा।
All right, so one of the witnesses, eyewitnesses have spoken right now, saying couple of things, couple of points that has been made, that she had some injuries, and this is the one who was seen running behind Nidhi in a CCTV footage. So an eyewitness has spoken, and also adding that she used to stay alone and she had.
फिर उसने मेरे से पूछा, जब उसके मैंने गेट नहीं खोला था, तो जब उसने मेरे से पूछा कि निशान तेरे पास C-टाइप चार्जर है, तो मैंने कहा हाँ मेरे पास C-टाइप चार्जर है। तो उन्होंने मेरे से बोला कि अपना मेरा फ़ोन है ना चार्जिंग पे लगा दे। ठीक है, तो मैंने उसको, उन्होंने बोला ना अपना फ़ोन चार्जिंग पे लगा दे, तो फिर मैंने उसका फ़ोन ले जाके चार्जिंग पे लगा दिया। उन्होंने मेरे को फ़ोन देने आई थी, तो मतलब उसके यहाँ पर छिला हुआ था और यहाँ पर हाथ पर चोट लगी हुई थी और पैर पर चोट लगी हुई थी। ठीक है,
चोट लगी हुई थी?
हाँ, चोट लगी हुई
क्या
थी।
उसे कोई कॉल वगैरह करनी थी?
हाँ,
कुछ
तो
बताया
फिर
हो, या कुछ
जब
इस
जैसे
तरीके की
मैं
बात?
चार्जिंग पे फोन लगा के बाहर आया तो इतने में उसके मैंने गेट खोल दिया। ठीक है, तो उन्होंने पर ये बोल के फोन मंगाया कि मेरे को मेरा फोन ला के दे जल्दी, मेरे को अर्जेंट किसी को कॉल करनी है। मैंने कहा ठीक है।
कुछ जिक्र हो रहा था ऐसा कि किसको कॉल करनी है, क्या है क्या नहीं, क्योंकि
नहीं।
क्या आपसे कहा हो कि मैं आपके नंबर से फोन कर ले?
नहीं, उनने बस इतना बोला था कि मेरे को मेरा फोन ला के दे जल्दी, मेरे को अर्जेंट कॉल करनी है बस। और पर उसका फोन पूरा स्विच ऑफ पड़ा होता, डेड।
अच्छा, उसको चोट लगी हुई थी आप बता रहे थे, तो क्या आपने पूछा था कि कहाँ कैसे चोट लग गई क्या?
नहीं, मैंने पूछा नहीं, पर उन्होंने ऐसे सुबह वो छत पे गई थी तो गली वालों ने पूछा था, तो उसने बोला था कि मेरा एक्सीडेंट हुआ है स्कूटी से, गली वालों को बोला था।
यहाँ पे कौन कौन निशांत रहता है इस घर पे निधि के? अमूमन कितने बजे निधि आती थी उस दिन, क्या एटमॉस्फेयर था?
मतलब वो आया करती थी, कोई टाइम नहीं था रात में, ये नहीं कि पहली बार आई है वो। अच्छा। आया करती थी।
अच्छा।
वो घर पर उसकी मम्मी नानी कभी कभार आया करती थी, बाकी वो अकेली रहती थी।
तो रात में 2:30 बजे आपने देखा था?
हाँ।
कि जिस समय निधि अपने घर में एंटर हुई और आपसे उसने चार्जर मांगा?
हाँ।
अच्छा, इस घर में कौन कौन रहता है? क्योंकि आप बोल रहे थे कि निधि कई बार अकेली रहती है, और उसके घर में और कौन कौन?
वैसे वो अकेली रहती है।
इसी घर में?
हाँ, इसी घर में।
कितने टाइम से यहाँ रहती है?
2-3 महीने हुए होंगे। ठीक है।
और कौन कौन? कभी कभी कोई आता हो जैसे? तो
कभी तो उसकी ऐसे मम्मी और नानी, बस और कोई नहीं।
अच्छा, क्या अंजलि को कभी देखा था यहाँ?
नहीं।
क्या अंजलि के बारे में कभी कोई जानकारी के, जैसे अगर उसकी दोस्त थी तो कभी यहाँ पे दोनों जने आते हो?
नहीं, आज तो कोई नहीं।
अच्छा, टाइमिंग मैं एक बार फिर से क्लियर करूँगा, क्योंकि सीसीटीवी में जो टाइम है वो थोड़ा डिफरेंट।
सीसीटीवी में इसलिए वो जो सीसीटीवी है ना उसका थोड़ा टाइमिंग में डिफरेंट है, 1 घंटे का आगे पीछे का फर्क है उसमें। अच्छा। उस वाले सीसीटीवी में। अच्छा। ठीक है, पर जो हमने टाइम देखा था फोन में करेक्ट 2:30 बज रहे थे, 2:30 और थे करेक्ट।
क्या निधि के हाव भाव से कुछ ऐसा आपको लगा कि उसने अल्कोहल ले रखा और ड्रिंक कर रखी हो या कुछ ऐसी चीज?
नहीं, वैसे वो नॉर्मल ही थी।
अच्छा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं था, नॉर्मल थी, ना ही डरी हुई थी ना ही कुछ था, मतलब ऐसी नॉर्मली ऐसे हम लोग होते हैं।
कुछ डरी भी नहीं लग रही थी बिल्कुल भी कि कोई हादसा हो गया हो या कुछ भी?
नहीं, बिल्कुल भी वैसा नहीं था। ऐसे नॉर्मली अक्सर आया करती थी ना, तो मैं रातों कोई जगह रहता हूँ तो अक्सर ही ऐसे दिखती थी, वो वैसी ही थी।
अच्छा।
कोई फर्क नहीं था।
क्या काम करती थी निधि, कुछ ऐसी कोई जानकारी आपको?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं पता, वो तो उसको ही पता है।
1-1.5 महीने अमूमन किस समय निकलना, किस समय आना जाना?
अक्सर ऐसे वो शाम के टाइम ही निकला करती थी, शाम को निकल गई या दोपहर में निकल गई, मतलब कोई टाइम नहीं होता, जब मर्जी आना जाना।
और ड्रिंक आप कह रहे हैं निधि ने नहीं
कर रखी थी।
ठीक। So he is the one who could be clearly seen in the CCTV footage which has been accessed by Republic Media Network, and there this is the boy name is Nishant. He was at that point in time, he was there only at 2:30. I've been asking him कि मैं दोबारा आपसे एक बार पूछ रहा हूँ, अभी मैंने आपसे पूछा भी था कि क्या आप अंजलि को भी जानते हैं?
नहीं, अंजलि को नहीं।
क्या निधि के साथ कभी अंजलि को देखा?
नहीं, आज तक नहीं।
कभी नहीं देखा। अंजलि और निधि को साथ में कभी नहीं देखा। कभी अंजलि को यहाँ आते हुए भी
नहीं, नहीं।
किसी और ने भी कभी, जैसे
किसी ने नहीं देखा, आज तक नाम ही नहीं सुना।
नहीं सुना था अंजलि,
नहीं सुना आज तक।
तो मतलब इतना ये इंसिडेंट हुआ, जैसे आप लोग जानते हैं 1-1.5 महीने से तो आप जान ही रहे हैं, तो क्या कभी इस तरीके की पहले भी कोई बातचीत हुई कि कहीं झगड़ा हुआ हो या कुछ इस तरीके की बात हुई हो? कभी पहले कुछ संदिग्ध कुछ चीज़ देखने को मिली हो?
नहीं, इससे पहले तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ।
रात में 2:30 उस समय आप बता रहे हैं कि बज रहे थे?
करेक्ट 2:30 बज रहे थे।
तो 2:30 बजे अमूमन रात में 2:30 बजे ही आती थी?
नहीं, ऐसे रात में आया करती थी, पर जैसे कभी 4 बज जाते, कभी 5-6, टाइम का नहीं कोई पता।
तो कोई यहाँ पे, मतलब ये घर किसका है? ये
घर तो इसी का ही। नहीं,
ये खरीदा हुआ
अपना।
तो कोई मतलब ऐसा नहीं होता था कि कभी कोई टाइमिंग हो, फिक्स टाइमिंग 1:30 बजे, 2 बजे, सुबह 4 बजे भी आती थी?
हाँ, कोई फिक्स टाइम।
ये जानकारी नहीं कि वो करती क्या थी?
नहीं, इतना मतलब नहीं रखा करती थी, किससे घर में रहा करती थी।
अच्छा, और उस रात उसने क्या कहा आपसे आके, एक बार अगर दर्शकों को फिर से बताओ।
वो आई, ठीक है, पहले तो उन्होंने अपना गेट खटखटाया, ठीक है, तो उन्होंने मेरे से पूछा, निशान तेरे पास C टाइप चार्जर है? तो मैंने कहा मेरे पास हैगा, ठीक है। उन्होंने मेरे से पूछा, तो फिर उनने हमारे पास आई फ़ोन देने के लिए, चार्जिंग पे लगवाने के लिए, ठीक है। तो मैं बस उसका फ़ोन चार्जर पे से लगाकर बाहर ही आया, इतने में उसकी मम्मी ने गेट खोल दिया। तो उनने हमसे बोला कि मेरे को मेरा फ़ोन ला के दे जल्दी, फटाफट मेरे को फ़ोन करना है किसी को अर्जेंट। मैंने कहा,
क्या ऐसी कोई जानकारी मिली कि किसको फ़ोन करना है? कोई ऐसी बातचीत?
ऐसा कुछ ना हमने पूछा, ना ही उसने बताया। उसने
जैसे कभी इंसान कहता है कि भाई मेरा फ़ोन डाउन हो गया यार, मुझे किसी दोस्त को बात करनी है, कुछ इमरजेंसी में बात करनी है, ऐसी कोई बातचीत हुई?
नहीं, उन्हें सिर्फ इतना बोलता अर्जेंट कॉल करनी है किसी को, और कुछ नहीं बोला।
अच्छा, तो फिर उसके बाद कितनी देर बाद ये गेट खुल गया था?
बस जब खुल ही गया था, जब मैं चार्जर पे फ़ोन लगा के आया और बस आके बाहर ही बैठा ही था, इतने में उसके मैंने गेट खोल दिया। तो फिर उसने मेरे से बोला कि मेरे को मेरा फ़ोन ला के दे दे, मेरे को अर्जेंट किसी को कॉल करनी है।
और जैसा अभी मैं आपसे पूछ रहा था, अभी मेरी आपसे बातचीत हो रही थी, क्या किसी भी हाल में निधि डरी हुई दिख रही थी?
नहीं, डरी में तो नहीं थी, बस यहाँ पर से छिली हुई थी और हाथ पर चोट लगी थी और पैर पर।
अच्छा,
बस।
लेकिन क्या कुछ घबराहट दिख रही थी कि कोई, जैसे कोई बड़ा हादसा हो गया हो, कुछ इस तरीके की चीज़ देखने को, शक्ल से जैसे पता लगता है कि इंसान डरा हुआ है, ऐसा कुछ देखने को?
नहीं, वैसे तो नॉर्मल ही थी।
और चोट के बारे में आपकी कोई जिक्र नहीं?
चोट के बारे में उन्होंने सुबह अल्लाह करा था कि एक्सीडेंट हो गया मेरा स्कूटी से, बस इतना बोला था और कुछ नहीं।
अच्छा, क्या ये जब हो गया सब सारी चीज़ें, क्या आपने किसी को बताया था कि कल रात में ये इतने बजे आई थी निधि और वो चोट लगी हुई थी उसकी?
मैंने जब उसको पुलिस वाले लेके गए थे ना, मतलब जब थोड़ा बहुत मेरे को डाउट सा हुआ, मैं और मेरा भाई बैठे तो हमने आपस में जिक्र करा कि और इसी रात को ये, मतलब
पुलिस वाले कब लेके गए थे?
पुलिस वाले ले गए थे 2 तारीख की रात को।
2 तारीख की रात को पुलिस?
हाँ, करीब टाइम हो रहा हुआ 9, 9:30 या 8 का टाइम।
अच्छा,
जब लेके गए थे 2 लेडीज पुलिस आई थी और उसकी मम्मी थी साथ में लड़की की, और भाई वगैरह थे और एक निशांत सर थे पुलिस वाले, निशांत।
अच्छा, तो क्या पुलिस ने आपसे कोई पूछताछ करी कि रात में उस रात क्या हुआ था, या अगल बगल किसी से ही पूछताछ करी हो?
उन्होंने
कि भाई क्या देखा? क्या पुलिस ने ये CCTV जो,
उन्होंने पहली बात CCTV कैमरा इसने देखे थे, उन्होंने कुछ नहीं देखा था, वो बस आए, गेट खुलवाया, ठीक है। वो कुछ बोल रही थी नहीं थी लड़की।
क्या बोल रही थी उससे?
वो बस ऐसे कुछ बोल रही थी कि मैंने क्या किया, ये वो ऐसे कुछ बोल रही थी उन्हें, ठीक है। तो बस पुलिस वाले ने बोला कि चुपचाप चल, तो बस उसको चुपचाप फिर वो लेकर चले।
अच्छा, तो क्या पुलिस ने आपसे या फिर अगल बगल जो मैं भी पूछ रहा था, किसी से कुछ पूछा?
पहली बात, उन्होंने CCTV नहीं देखे, तो उनको कुछ पता थोड़ा ना कि कौन था रात में।
CCTV पुलिस ने बिल्कुल एक बार भी नहीं देखा?
उनको पता ही नहीं है किसी बात का CCTV के बारे में, उनको पता हो तो वो देखे, उन्होंने वैसे देखे नहीं, CCTV पुलिस ने बिल्कुल नहीं देखे।
अभी तक यहाँ से कोई CCTV पुलिस ने
नहीं, आप लोगों ने देखे, आप लोगों ने देखे, बस
हमने CCTV लिया है, उसके अलावा पुलिस ने यहाँ से कोई CCTV अभी तक नहीं?
कोई नहीं लिया, बस वो आप लोगों ने लिया है।
पुलिस का बर्ताव कैसा था जब पुलिस आई? क्या वो एग्रेशन में थी, गुस्से में थी, या जैसे कि किसी को ढूंढ रहे हो इस तरीके से थी? कैसा माहौल था?
ऐसे ही थी, मतलब जैसे ढूंढ रहे हैं ना, तो वो आगे जा रहे थे, तो जब भी मैं वहीं पे खड़ा था जब उसको लेके जा रहे थे।
अच्छा,
जब भी वहीं खड़ा, जब भी आगे चला रखी थी हमने, तो बस वो पीछे मुड़े तो उसकी मम्मी ने बोला ये अलग घर है, तो वो अंदर गया, उन्होंने गेट खटखटाया पुलिस वालों ने, तो लेडीज पुलिस थी 2 साथ में, तो बस फिर उसको लेकर चले गए।
और यहाँ किसी से कोई बातचीत पुलिस ने
नहीं कोई
किसी का कोई स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड
कोई नहीं।
धन्यवाद बातचीत करने के लिए। तो दिस इज अ मैन हु has just made it very much clear that what exactly has been done by the police when they came to know that there was another girl. Then too there are multiple CCTVs. There are multiple CCTVs accessed by us also. We have shown in the footage what exactly has happened when Nidhi's entered her residence. She met with this boy Nishan and he was very much there. It was at around 2:30. He's telling us that there was some injury on Nidhi's body, and after that her mobile was switched off. There was no battery in that. She asked for the charger, but later her mother opened the door and she went inside. That's something what we are talking to Nishant at this point in time, but the lapses, as we are telling it from the day one, could be clearly seen again, because the police landed here. When police came to know through the media reports that there is some another girl, then they landed here and finally they have taken the girl for the questioning. We are reporting live on the story from the ground. Time for a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
This is Samiksha Srivastava reporting from Mumbai, and this is Republic.
Some more national news that we're tracking. Unidentified people attacked the priests gathered outside the ancestral home of former Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb in Udaipur in Tripura. The incident occurred at a time when a group of priests arrived at the former Chief Minister's residence. The mob attacked the priests and vandalized their vehicles. Stone pelting on the Vande Bharat Express for the second day in a row. BJP has raised questions as to why was no action taken after the first attack. However, the TMC has hit back, asking the BJP not to politicize the issue. Actor Gayatri Raghuram quits the Bharatiya Janata Party, calls the BJP party chief Annamalai a tactical liar, further adds that women are not safe in Tamil Nadu. On the third day of the Delhi hit-and-run probe, victim's friend Nidhi gives testimony before Delhi police, reveals the victim was in a drunken state and insisted on driving the two-wheeler. The National Executive of the BJP to meet for 2 days on January 16th and 17th, likely to endorse an extension in its national president JP Nadda's tenure, key organizational body to deliberate on strategy for upcoming state assembly polls and prepare for 2024 Lok Sabha elections as well. Telugu Desam Party President, former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu denied public meetings, rallies and roadshows. Naidu, who was planning to tour Chittoor district from today, has been denied by the Palamaner police for the same. In a video shared by NFL Division, an RPF constable from Pune junction of Katihar Railway Division can be seen.
A lot of people saying that it's time to give justice to the Delhi hit-and-run victim. If you can see the visuals right now, these protesters just passed through the Sultanpuri police station. Their police presence is all here as well. The security has tightened up over here as these protesters are moving ahead on this road.
Viewers, we are live and breaking, getting in visuals of the Delhi Deputy CM Sisodia at the residence. Of course, we showed you those visuals when the Deputy CM had come to meet the victim's family right now. Now we're getting more details coming out, viewers, where we have also accessed CCTV footage of Nidhi arriving at her residence after the incident, and more details coming in, back-to-back updates coming in. We just saw that our correspondent Anuj, he spoke to a key witness where he made a couple of points. Number one, that Nidhi had sustained some injuries and Nidhi was in a hurry to call somebody. So getting these visuals coming in, getting these top updates on the story on the story that we are getting every second of, every update, every second, every minute of the developments, a twist and turn in the story. Many reactions coming in. Let's play them out.
मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूं, मनीष सिसोदिया साहब ने क्या बोला, मोदी जी ने क्या राहत दी, या आने वाले टाइम पे केजरीवाल जी क्या बोलेंगे, ये इससे मेरा पर्सनली कुछ भी लेना देना नहीं है, वो परिवार का लेना देना है। मेरा इस मैटर पे जो मेरा इस चीज से मेरा जो एक इमोशनल अटैचमेंट है वो है कि अंजलि को इंसाफ दिलाना। तो अगर आप लोग कोई भी राहत की बात करते हैं, केजरीवाल जी ने क्या राहत दी, एलजी साहब ने क्या राहत दी,
कर रही है कि अल्कोहल कंटेंट
All right, viewers, let's go across to Patna, where BSSC aspirants are holding a protest against the state government. Lathi charge by police on the protesters is happening right now, viewers. You can see the visuals coming in on your screen where there's massive lathi charge on the protesters. Now, these are BSSC aspirants who are going ahead and they're holding a protest. These visuals coming in from Patna, Bihar. Now, they're protesting against the state government. Visuals coming in. These are first visuals coming in on Republic TV. We can see that there's a protest against the Nitish government in Patna, where multiple demands are being made by the BSSC aspirants, viewers. And viewers, remember that this is not the first time we have seen the students protest over delay in BSSC results in the past. But right now we're getting these visuals where you can see that the police really cracking down on these protesters, lathi charge on them as well, as the BSSC aspirants are holding a protest against the state government. Let's go to Prakash. Prakash will get us all the details. Prakash, what are we watching on our screens? And this is a big crackdown on job seekers there.
Well, yes, there is people who gathered near the Dagbangla Choraha of Patna, where they had gathered a large number, and since it's a prohibited area, so
इसलिए इनको यहाँ पर रोक दिया गया।
इन लोगों के लाठी चार्ज की गई है सर, थोड़ा उसके बारे में बता दें।
क्या
लाठी चार्ज हुई है?
भाई वो लोग अगर वायलेंस पे उतारू होंगे, हिंसा पे उतारू होंगे, तोड़ फोड़ करेंगे, तो फिर तो कंट्रोल करने के लिए जो कानून को गिरफ्तारी भी कुछ हुई है।
ये बताइए कि सर ये लोग जो उपद्रव मचा रहे, क्या इन पर FIR वगैरह किया?
बिल्कुल होगा FIR।
All right, let's go back to Prakash. Prakash, our viewers are watching these visuals where we can see that the police is cracking down on those job seekers. Barricades have also been put up. Tell us what's happening.
Well, the people concerned, the BPSC protesters, the examinees were protesting against the paper leak and the delay in examination that has happened in the recent past. And they were protesting, they had gathered in large numbers and they were trying to enter into the prohibited area. So, in order to disperse the crowd, the police resorted to lathi charge, as we can see in the visuals. A number of people have also been detained, few have suffered injuries, and they were resorting to violence, as well as we got to know from the administrative officials. And now, all the protesters have been chased away, as you can see in the visuals, and some of them have been detained as well. Now, the major demand of these BPSC examinees, the Bihar Public Service Commission examinees, are that the exam should be held on time, as well as there's been a continuous leakage of examination paper, due to which, one, the students suffer a loss of time, as well as they undergo mental duress, as well as they lose on their age, because there is a certain age limit, prescribed age limit to appear for an exam. So that is what they were angry about the entire system and the entire delay system and the continuous demands for the job opportunities in Bihar. So that is what they were demanding, and as a result of which they were trying to enter into the prohibited area. and the police resorted to lathi charge. The students have been chased away from this spot. It's a bit biting cold afternoon here in Patna, and thereafter now the situation is under control.
Right, and Prakash, but what we see on the screen is the way these job seekers there, the job seekers, the BSSC aspirants, the way they're being lathi charged. It's very dramatic. They're being lathi charged, and they're being lathi charged in a very brutal manner.
Yes, it's in a very brutal manner, and the people were protesting, and they were trying to enter into the prohibited area. So the police resorted to lathi charge, and a few months back also in a similar incident, some administrative officials had brutally assaulted the job seekers as well, and the concerned administrative official was suspended. So we'll wait and watch what kind of action the Bihar government takes, because Tejasvi Yadav time and again has been saying that it will give opportunities as well as jobs to the local youth here in Bihar, and as a result of which these protesters have been continuously demanding jobs from Tejasvi Yadav as well. So these protests have been continuing, and as a result of which the violent protests have happened, and administrative officials on the spot taking stock of the situation and trying to restore normalcy here at the Dagmangla crossing.
Right. Okay, Prakash, thank you for getting us these details for us. The dramatic protest on your screen, viewers, protest against Nitish government in Patna, where we are seeing that the job seekers are demanding the exams be cancelled. The BJP has also cornered the government right now on the kind of brutality which has been unleashed on these protesters and the job seekers. So thank you, Prakash, for getting us all the details. All right, viewers, let's go back to the top story we're tracking right now, and this is the Delhi hit-and-run case. We are getting more details coming in, viewers, at this point of time. Remember that twists and turns keep emerging in the Delhi hit-and-run case. Getting some more breaking update coming in, viewers. Getting some...
ड्रैगिंग के कारण मौत हुई है. इसको अब मैं नॉर्मल मर्डर नहीं कहूंगा, इसको मैं कहूंगा सैडिज्म मर्डर. सैडिज्म एक मेडिकल टर्मिनोलॉजी होती है जो बेसिकली सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट में यूज की जाती है, पेनफुल मर्डर. तो यहाँ सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट तो नहीं हुआ, पर जो सारा वाक्य पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट देखने के बाद मुझे लगता है वो यही है कि ये एक सैडिज्म मर्डर है.
अब दिल्ली सरकार के ऊपर भी लगातार निशाना साध रहे थे कि उनकी एम्बुलेंस वहाँ हर वक्त घूमती रहती है, लेकिन उस रात कहाँ थी, क्या बोल रहे हैं?
मैम देखिए, नहीं, वो मेरा मुद्दा अलग था. कल जब हम अंजलि का पार्थिव शरीर लेके क्रीमेशन के लिए घर आ रहे थे, तो हमको एम्बुलेंस का ड्राइवर ये कहता है कि भैया मेरे पास जो है गैस नहीं है, मुझे गैस डलवाना है. हमने कहा चलिए गैस डलवाइए. गैस डलवाने के बाद 10 मिनट तक वहां उसने अपनी एम्बुलेंस चालू करने की कोशिश की, और दिल्ली पुलिस के नौजवान उसकी एम्बुलेंस को धक्का लगा रहे थे, वो चालू करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. 10 से 15 मिनट ये वाकया हुआ. उसके बाद दूसरी एम्बुलेंस बुलाई गई, और मैंने अपने हाथों से
हाथ में भी लगी हुई है इसके चोट, पट्टी बंधी हुई है इसके आँख के पास. यहाँ ज्यादा चोट नहीं है इसको, बस आँख के पास लगी हुई है और हाथ में लगी हुई है चोट इसके.
अच्छा, तो क्या कुछ आपने पूछा कि कैसे चोट लग गई, कहाँ एक्सीडेंट?
उसने बताया ना, स्कूटी से गिर गई, बस इतना बताया.
ये नहीं बताया कि कहाँ.
जानकारी नहीं दी हमारे को.
अच्छा, एक पूजा जी, बड़ा सवाल ये है कि अंजलि के साथ निधि थी,
हाँ,
जो बात सामने.
हाँ, साथ में थी.
तो क्या कभी अंजलि को आपने देखा है?
नहीं, अंजलि यहाँ नहीं आई कभी. अंजलि नहीं आई, क्योंकि इनको मकान लिए हुए 2 महीने हुए.
ज्यादा कौन रहता था
है
यहाँ? कौन?
इसकी मम्मी और ये दोनों रहती है. मम्मी इसकी सुबह 6 बजे चली जाती है काम पे, फिर रात को आती है इसकी मम्मी 7-8 बजे, और ये निधि अकेली रहती है घर में. ये भी पूरे दिन सोती रहती है.
तो 1 तारीख को आप अगर एक बार दर्शकों को फिर से बता दें कि किस समय आप मिले थे 1 तारीख को, करीबन क्या टाइम हो रहा है?
शाम को 7 बजे बोलती, सुबह 7 बजे मिले थे. और
7 बजे?
नहीं, शाम को 7 बजे.